There we go. Ooh, that was fast. I got to make sure my volume is not. So when I edit videos, my volume is all the way at 100. So I want to make sure that it's not like blasting loud, and then that causes an echo. So I want to make sure my volume was turned down to like 25. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday. Gosh, it like that week just flew like right by.
It's the last Thursday.
I don't know where it went. It seems like we were just here.
It's the last Thursday in February. Can you believe it? That it's going to be
March
already?
I know. It's the first Sunday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. March 1st.
Yeah. January felt like an entire year.
Yeah, January was like 3 months in itself. Absolutely.
February felt like a week.
Yeah, it did.
It just felt like a week. I know.
Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. I hope you guys had a good week. Thank you for being back with us. I know there were a couple of early birds here. I saw Lisa was first in the chat tonight. Hi Lisa, welcome in. William is here. Meow meow. And top 3 tonight is the Vintage Noel. Welcome in. And then followed by Sharon Spencer.
Hello.
In Minx. Hello. Terry V is here. Hey, Terry. Good to see you. Oh, one of my favorite screen names to say, Miss Lily Pontrecious. Welcome.
Hello. It's good to see you, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. I hope you don't mind that I always put a British spin on your name. It's just fun to say. It just comes out that way. Audrey's with us. Hey, Audrey. Good to see you. Miss Shannon Ferrara. Hello.
Hello.
Scrolly Scroll. Joe's with us. Hey, Joe. I'm going to try and get through these as quickly as I can get through them. Cindy Lou. Hello.
Did you hear? Yes,
I have.
All right.
I have. She has thrifted some treasures a time or two. Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Gavin is here.
Hello, sir. Good to see you. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube DJ. I'll make it really quick. He plays music. He drops tons of knowledge. He's part of the Gillette group. So make sure you're following him because he's married to our official mod and bid ender here tonight. It is Grady Group of Vintage Recordings here on YouTube and on Instagram. Give him a follow. Thank you so much. Bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, Rachel. Good to see you. Karen. Hey, Karen. Karen is going to be our bid ender this evening. Thank you in advance, Karen, for doing that, helping us out. Miss Judy is here. Hello to everyone in Chatland. Chatland. I like that. It sounds like a portion of Disney World. Chatland. Wonder what rides and snacks they have in Chatland. I guess that would be technically the Lurkers Lounge. Let's see. I'm scrolling down. There is Mama Linda. Hello, Linda. Let's see.
Cindy, no, you can't change it. No, you can't.
Cindy Lou, you can't change your name.
No.
That is not allowed. Heather Gibbs is with us tonight. Welcome in. Janet's here with us. Hi, Janet. Miss Caroline. Hello. For community share tonight, you guys, I have a few pictures. Caroline did send us quite a few pictures from Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I'm working through those. I just have a few tonight, but I will have more from Caroline. So that will be part of community share following our sale tonight. Will be some photos from Miss Caroline. Let's see. There is Mama Pam. Hello, Mom. Good to see you. Let's see. Scroll. Renee is here. Hello, Renee.
Hello, Renee. Good to see you.
Riley is here. Welcome in. Thank you for saying hello and stopping by. Taylor is with us. Welcome. Miss Tina, Mom. Hello, Tina. Good to see you.
Hello.
Let's see. Jane is with us. Welcome in.
Jane.
There is Chris. Hi, Chris. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. No, you can't change it, Cindy. That will just confuse the heck out of us. It's bad enough that all the handles are different.
Exactly.
But trying to change it would be, oh my gosh. Nikki's here. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you. Minx, I was actually going to talk about that. Yes. I got, actually, both Jason and I did get emails from Robin yesterday or the day before last. So yes, we have heard from Robin. She is doing okay. She said, hopefully soon she will be back in the chats. but yes, she is doing okay. So yes, we heard
Good.
from her. So I
She's
was
good.
happy about that one. And Nikki Moss, hey lady,
Nikki.
good to see you. All right, I think I'm caught up in the chat. If I missed you, I apologize. Yes, and I have not heard from Debbie yet. I will try and reach out to Debbie again, but I know she was dealing with some health issues as well, so I'm just trying to give her some space. But I did let her know the last time I messaged her that we're all thinking about her, but I just haven't heard back from her yet. All right, you guys, we are going to talk about how the sale is going to work tonight. Now, last week, okay, we did have a couple comments filtered and a few of Karen's bid ends filtered. I know over the last week or so, both Instagram and YouTube have been kind of wonky with filtering, okay? So I would suggest tonight, if you do plan to bid on anything, make sure in live chat all messages. Yes, of course that. But if you do plan to bid tonight, I'm worried about some filtering going on. And I don't want to miss anything in the chat. And so I would encourage you to, if you type in a bid, to include emoji with it, if you can do that. All right. Or I'm going to type something in the chat so you know what I'm talking about. So if you bid something, like put an initial, like a letter from your first name, like, you know, like I would be, if I was bidding on something, I would do like A25. Okay, so like include a letter with your bid. That might help push it through. I'm not sure. I don't know. I know Ariana had some filtering going on in her sale on Tuesday. She doesn't even use StreamYard. Right. And Karen said that Cindy at Mimi's Treasure Cottage was having a bit of an issue with it on Wednesday. So that's what I would encourage, is you to type in a letter with your bids, or a letter and emoji, some multiple emojis. Just don't go too crazy with it. Then it might think it's spam. You know what I mean? But just try it out tonight. Okay. Just to be on the safe side. Hopefully we don't experience too much of that. And StreamYard wasn't letting me put in start bids last week. So I'm going to try and be a little creative with those this evening as well. So, okay. I'm going to get the screen set up, and I'm going to turn the volume down on my phone. And let's see, the first slide that we'll go through, if you're coming on over from another platform, just to make sure you're in live chat all messages. That's the first and foremost. And if you can't see our live chat, that means you're probably not logged into a Google or YouTube account. That's how you can access the live chat and participate in the sale and the community here on the channel. So make sure you're logged in. We do have a lag. As always, you can exit out of YouTube and come back in, or the quicker way to do that is to tap the little upper right hand corner where my kitty icon just appeared. You can tap that, find the gear wheel icon, hit playback speed, and 2 times. If you are lagging behind, you will sound, or we will sound funny to you until you're caught up live with us. Again, do that as often as possible. Especially, it's always a good idea to do that. If you do try to bid on anything, do that before you type any bids into the chat. We will be doing auction style tonight. We'll give you a starting price. I will highlight it up here on the screen. You can always look for start bids and current bids on items in the lower left-hand corner on any kind of device that you're watching on. Mobile devices are always going to be a little bit faster with the lag versus the computer as far as bidding goes. I know a lot of people watch on their TVs and have the chat up on a mobile device to go along with it. I don't know what the difference is with the lag in those devices or how you do that. But if you see something on the screen that you are interested in bidding on, do that as quickly as possible so that we know what kind of lag that we are dealing with. That's always helpful to know what kind of interest there is in the items. I'll highlight bids that come into the chat. All right, I'll do my best to call out all the bids. And if for some reason I don't see something in the chat or I don't call something out, that probably means it's been filtered, unfortunately. So try it again, try with emoji, try typing those letters in like I suggested. Hopefully that will push them on through. I know last week I had one person that like was a backup on an item and she put in everything into the chat. She told me she did, and I ended up having to message her on Instagram and said that she typed everything in, but it never went through the chat. Okay, so keep trying again, I guess is my best thing, but we'll do our best to highlight any bids that come in and acknowledge those as I see them. We'll do a 20-second countdown, and the highest bid that comes in before Karen G's official bid end will be the winner. We are doing just in cases here tonight. So all that you have to do to use a just in case is have at least one straight bid in on the current item. Then you can use a just in case during the countdown. That is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus letters JIC. Type that into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case bid is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. Keep in mind that multiple just in cases that come in before the bid end do then turn into regular bids. If you are a new buyer to us, welcome in. You don't have to do anything special to purchase, but if you win an item, we do need some information from you. We need an email sent to us with your YouTube screen name, aka your handle name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send a PayPal invoice to. We do our invoicing in PayPal, both Jason and I, but you don't have to have a PayPal account to shop with us. If you want to check out as a guest, just let us know when you send us your information. Then we can send a direct link to your invoice when we send it out, and then you can check out with any debit or credit. Our emails are up here on the screen. You can always find all of our information down in the description of the video. I've also pinned in the very top of the chat, there's a comment pinned there that will say where we are shipping from, our email addresses. And I did put a little note in there about trying to use an emoji or an initial from your name with your bids, okay? So you can refer to that. But if you're brand new, do make sure and send that information to us if you win anything tonight during the sale, so that we have your information ready to go when we do send our invoices out. Or if it's been a while since you have purchased from us, it's always good to just send that information again. The last thing we'll talk about is shipping, and then we'll talk about when we're doing our invoicing this week. Shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. However, we do both use Pirate Ship to get discounted shipping rates that we can pass that savings on right to you guys. I'm very happy we can offer that service. That is why we need your full shipping address when you send your information, so we know how to calculate your shipping. That's based on the weight and size of your package, plus in relation where you live, your zip code to our zip code. That's how we calculate your shipping. We do have shipping available anywhere in the US and Canada. I ship from Michigan. Jason ships from Pennsylvania. I will let Jason talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about our invoicing this week.
All right. If you purchase from me here tonight, I own a shop called Mother Tucker's Antiques. I am in Pennsylvania, like Amy just said. And you're coming to Pennsylvania or you live in the area, I offer free pickup, which means you don't have to pay shipping. So if you want to take advantage of that, please email us. We'll invoice you for the item or items once that's paid for. Then we'll communicate in the emails on when and how you want to, when you want to come pick it up. We can hold things for a short period. So if you're coming into town in the next 2 months or so, for example, feel free to still utilize that. We can hold it at the shop for you, and we can actually fill a box for you until you get here. So as always, Amy, thank you. Oh, you're muted, Amy. I don't know, Amy, if you can hear me, but you're muted. I don't know if it muted on its own or.
Sorry. No, I heard you and I noticed. Shipping and invoicing for me this week is going to be tomorrow. So I will send you an email when your invoice has been sent, so you're not wondering where it's at. So at some point for me tomorrow, you'll get an email from me. Thank you, guys.
Okay. I ship out of Pennsylvania. A few little caveats for me when it comes to shipping this week. First of all, Tina's not going to have a whatnot sale tomorrow. So there'll be no whatnot sale tomorrow. She is doing something else with the shop. So she'll be doing that. I will be doing my invoicing on Saturday, and then you'll get your invoices Saturday night. But if you're planning to come to the Valentino's spring sale tomorrow night on Instagram, which starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, got to tell you the boys' names. It's Sean of Everyday Holiday Display, Brian of Mid-Century Mister, and Katie Vintage Treasure Girl is hanging out with us. If you're going to come to that sale and you want an open box from tonight, okay, email me. If I don't get an email from you, then I'm going to Well, actually, it doesn't matter because if you show up, I can still. So if you show up and buy tomorrow night, I'll combine it. You don't have to tell me nothing. You don't have to tell me a thing. So if you come to the Valentino's and you buy there and you buy here tonight from me, I'll combine it for you. But I have a sale on Friday. On Sunday. Boy, could I butcher this anymore? I have a sale on Sunday. It's the Vintage Mixer over on Instagram. I'll tell you more details at the end of the sale. But anything you buy in that sale will combine with Monday night's Fantastic Finds, which I'll stop because I'm sure now I can segue over for Amy. So Amy, take it away. Take it away from me. Make me stop.
Okay. So I am invoicing with just tonight's sale tomorrow.
Yes.
Jason already mentioned, and I will get back to that, that we will not be on Thursday next week.
Right.
Will not be on Thursday this next week. I did just put the broadcast up like literally within the last 15 minutes or so for Monday. So if you want to set a reminder, since that's a weird day for us, that is why I did the broadcast. I did see that a couple people were hanging out in the chat over there. So you might want to go over there and tell them like, hey, come over to this one. But I put it up today. So because I knew we were going to talk about it. And if you needed to set a reminder notification, it's already up there. All right. So yes, we will be on Monday. So the 2nd of March, you will not see us Thursday next week. Mama Pam and I have our in-person antique show that we do once a year. We set up for it, and then we have the show for 2 days. And Jason and Tina may be traveling.
We might.
Maybe.
We might.
So that's why we moved it to Monday next week. So that's just schedule change for next week. That's about it. Was that all I had to? Was that everything that we need to talk about?
Yes, we're good.
I think so. Okay. My gosh. I did see a couple other people pop into the chat. I was going to say hello to. I saw Miss Helen. Hi, Helen. And Brian's with us. Hello. Let's see. And Perry jumped in there. Hello, Perry. And Miss Kathy Plunkett. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you. Thank you. Oh, Brenda popped in there as well. I noticed as we were talking that a few other names popped into the chat. So did I see anybody else pop in there? Oh, Critter Girl's here.
I see Karen Williams down there.
Karen Williams she just made it down in the bottom of the chat. Hey, Karen. Oh, and Melissa too. Hello, guys. Welcome in. All right. You just made it in time. If you were not here when we talked about the beginning, if you do plan to bid on anything tonight, if you missed this part, I'm going to mention it probably a bunch of times tonight. If you put any bids into the chat, put your first initial and an emoji, something along with the number, just in case we have some filtering going on tonight. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't. Okay. So I'm going to get the screen set up. There we go. And Jason will have me go first, as per usual.
Please.
Okay. I have to start with tonight's first item up on the board is going to be some kitty shakers. They're going to start at 16, and they are the cutest. Meow meow. It looks like they are singing or wailing or meowing. I don't know. I really like their expressions. They're darn cute. These guys are made by Norcross. They do not have a foil sticker any longer on the bottom, but they are Norcross. Now, actually both of them have a tiny little flea bite on there. This one here has a little flea bite right here on the tip, and this one has like a little rough spot on this ear, but there's no other like major damage or anything. Yes, howling, yowling, or they're singing Christmas carols. I'm not sure what they're doing, but they're very cute. And there's the back. So they are kind of like a white fluffy style kitten with like just kind of the black tipped ears and paws. They do have stoppers, plastic stoppers on the bottom. And this was how I found them in the bottom. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's how they were when I found those. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. So they are kind of that like satiny finish. They're not high glaze. They're not bisque, like matte. They're more of that satin finish, but they did do high glaze on those eyeballs, which I think is pretty cute. But meow, meow, meow. You can just picture what they're saying to each other. They are 3¼ inches tall by 2¼ at the widest point. And speaking of Meow Meow, can you see Parmesan back up there curled in a ball?
Mm-hmm.
He has been like that probably like 6 hours. He hasn't moved from that spot today. I don't know.
Amy, do you think he's going through a growth spurt? I know when my kitties went through growth spurts, they would sleep more.
Well, he gets the zoomies at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Gotcha.
So, he's up for a good amount in the wee morning hours. Trust me, I know. And so then he's got to sleep all afternoon to recuperate so he can do it again. When it hits 2 a.m., the next day. Yep. All right. Yep. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. We're looking for 17 or more on the kitty shakers. I'm going to count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bit on. Exactly, Renee. He's got to rest up for those zoomies. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
Caroline says hers sleep 20 hours a day.
20 hours?
I believe it. I believe it.
He doesn't sleep that much. All right, Nikki, I see you're just in case. And there's the Meow Meow bid end. Thank you, Karen. This is true, Joe. Although I haven't had any nut cups in this house for a while, so that's a treat if he gets to take one of those downstairs for Maisie to chew up, for sure. Thank you, Nikki. They are yours. Thank you.
All right, Miss Amy, $10, and this little cutie does have a teeny tiny repair, okay? But he is so cute that we couldn't let him behind, all right? It's kind of right here on the foot. You can see a little bit of the glue residue. His foot must have, slipped, and there must have been a chip or something, and they glued his little foot back on. But in person and when he's sitting on your shelf, it really doesn't look that bad. These can be really collectible. This series by Lefton, these are probably from the early 1980s. They did a series of them, and I've never had one of these to offer. So it is a little leprechaun, this little guy, or he could be a pixie, but I definitely think he's supposed to be a leprechaun. He would be great for your St. Patrick's display. Just note that there is a little repair there to the foot. And honestly, you don't really see it. So his face is really cute and adorable. I think he is Lefton from Sri Lanka, if it wants to focus. So it's that very 1980s porcelain.
I think I've ever seen a Lefton Sri Lanka tag.
I'm pretty sure that's what it says on there if it wants to focus.
It does.
So, I mean, he's super cute. They did a series of 3 of them in different poses. Usually when I see these in an antique mall, they have $30 on just one of them. So I thought for $10, even though he has a little foot repair, it's kind of hard to find St. Patrick's Day things, but he displays beautifully. So just $10. Hello, John, sir. Good to see you.
Hi, John.
He measures about 3 inches tall. So he is about 3 inches tall, maybe a little teeny tiny bit of paint wear on the brim of the hat. But he's super cute there. He's got his little legs crossed with his little, leprechaun style shoes. He's sort of just sitting there, posing, pondering life, probably wondering where the Blarney Stone is or some of those style things. Let me get my board here. Let's sit him here on the board so you can see the way he's going to look in your display. So he's going to look super cute in your display. Cindy, thank you. I see you're 10. So we're looking for 11 or more on this little cutie. Again, just note, there was a repair to the foot, but I think it's a good repair, and it kind of blends in. It's a little glossy on top of that brown. So let's go ahead.
I think he could even work for Halloween.
I was going to say that too. The hat very much looks like a witch's cap on there. Yo, that's right, Brian. He's pondering where his pot of gold is. Good. You're exactly right. All right, let's go ahead and count him down. We're looking for 11 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And I'm seeing it really magnified in the light. This little beauty mark, that's in the manufacturing right here. When it's not so bright, you don't see it, but boy, these ring lights are showing that. So I just wanted to note that that's in the manufacturing. So there is the bid end. So thank you so much and congratulations, Miss Cindy Lou. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
Congrats, Cindy. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to put Jason back over here a second. I don't know if you guys have if you go to Target, if you've seen the new Easter stuff that they have.
Oh my God.
It is the kitschest, like cutesy, like vintage inspired, like
so
that I've seen in some years. And that's like a big kind of vacuum form thing that you hang on the wall.
Yeah. And I bought the chick one, and we're using the chick one to decorate at the store. So I had to buy both. So
yeah, just in case you're curious and you want to go in there and look, which I'm hoping, and I said this to Jason, because they have these new little blow molds out. There's a little chick and a bunny, and they're like this big. And they light up with a battery. They're very cute. So if you happen to go into Target and see the cute Easter stuff, I hope they carry that on into Halloween and Christmas and keep it going, because it's all really cute.
Somebody told me they did a Halloween.
Yeah, yes. It's like vacuum form plastic. Yeah, it's very lightweight, and it just kind of hangs on the wall. All right, I have a choice round for my next item, and I have two. I do have what little St. Patrick's Day stuff I had or was able to find. I have it all tonight. All right, and that's I do have one handmade, my one singular handmade St. Patrick's Day doll will be coming a little bit later too, but I brought these two Nancy Ann's tonight because I just got them over the weekend at the Northern Ohio Doll and Bear Show, and they kind of have, both of them kind of have a nod, if you will, to St. Patrick's Day. And although they are totally different, I will start with this one. So this one, and I don't think I've ever had either one of these before. I don't think so. This one is, she is number 174. Flossie came from Dublin town. That is her name. And there are lots of different variations of her out there and available, but I don't think I've ever had any of them. She has kind of a little black wool felt hat. It's trimmed in lace on the inside, and then she's got a little feather. She does have kind of darker red hair. So these are both frozen body, which just means just their little arms move. So these are 1940s bisque. All right. They did switch to plastic a little bit later on. And then she is dressed in kind of this olive green taffeta. And then I really like this detail on the middle that has the green ribbon with the little purple flowers and then some lace. She's got her little shoes underneath there. All right. And that's choice number one. Rachel, I did see you. Thank you. And number two, she is equally as cute, and she has a little bit brighter with the red hair. She is number 161. Jenny set the table. So she's got her little apron on. I think that's really cute. And she's in like kind of a black checked, trimmed in green. And then she has kind of this little lacy hair scarf that is tied in there. She's also frozen body 5.5. All right. Perry, are you lagging, or are you bidding on my dollies? Just let me know. Let me know. Okay. So those are the two choices. They're both in good condition. I would say relatively, they have all their accessories that they are supposed to have. Neither one of them have a little dolly stand or anything, but if you kind of splay those dresses out, they will stand on their own. All right. Rachel, I see you. Okay. Perry's bidding. Okay. Just checking. Okay. Rachel's back in there at 22. Thank you so much. So we're going to do that countdown now. And we are looking for 23 or more on choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. So this one is Flossie here with the feather hat, and this one is Jenny in the plaid. All right, there's the Nancy Ann bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right, Perry had the high bid at 20, but Rachel had a 22 in there. So Rachel, you get first pick. So let me know if you would like Flossie or Jenny. Flossie or Jenny. Flossie is the one with the feather. This one is Jenny. And thank you
does
guys
that
for hanging out.
does the one sort of have red hair, Amy? The
They
one
both do. They both do. This
okay.
one is just a little bit on the darker side,
Gotcha.
but they're both kind of, oh, Rachel's going to keep them together. You got it, Rachel. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $15. And before I show this, $15, I don't know who made it. I've tried to research. I've been researching it, and I've had this set aside since the fall. So this is my doll of the night. It is a hard body doll.
Oh, so
it is
cute.
this super cute plastic body doll. She is dressed in, and it is affixed. It is fixed to it. You can see where they actually have a metal staple holding it on. So this is made and manufactured to be this little bunny girl. And this isn't some homemade job. So you really can't take the outfit off. If you wanted to, you would have to take the little staple out that's holding it together. But she has this gorgeous, like almost like strawberry blonde lock of hair here. Her ears are made of felt, very nicely done. She has this headdress on. She reminds me of the little kid from what was it, the Christmas movie,
Christmas Story. Yeah,
Christmas
Ralphie.
Story. So, but it's this cute little girl or boy. It could be either or, but I think it kind of looks like a little girl. So there you can see what the face looks like. It's not sleepy eyes. If it is, the eyes are stuck open. And the eyes are kind of a blue when you're up close. The arms do move, so the arms will move. Now, her feet are hard plastic. Now, I will tell you, you're going to have to work to make her stand on her own. If you get a doll stand, you'll have no problem. But if you want her to stand on her own, you're going to kind of have to prop her up. So, or pop her into an Easter basket or something like that. So, Joanne, I saw you in at 15. Gnarly Jones in at 15. Gnarly's back at 16. Joanne is in at 18. I just want to call them out. I know Amy's highlighting them. I tried to look. There's no manufacturer on the foot. There's no like Japan or USA. I can't even check anywhere on the head or anything because everything's covered up. So if it says it's somewhere on the body, but like I said,
I've never seen one in a bunny suit like that. Truth be told.
Do you remember last year when I sold the little Tinkerbell dolls?
Yeah, yeah.
This came with them. So okay. I was wondering if this was Disney as well, but I can't find it anywhere when I research it. So maybe you guys know more than me. I don't know.
Maybe it could be like the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland.
It could be. It could be, but I can't see Disney anywhere. I've Googled. I've researched this since the fall. So Gnarly's back in at 20, and it measures 9 inches tall. So one more time, the hair is this gorgeous lock of hair. Everything is affixed on it, so you can't really take it off. I didn't tell you that the ribbon is pale pink, so it might look white, but it's pale pink in person. The arms move, but the legs do not. And I would recommend, if you want this to stand in your display, going and getting one of those cheap doll stands, or be prepared to prop it up, or put one of the feet's a little off. It's not sitting flat. So that's what makes her a little hard, her or him, to just stand evenly. So let's go ahead and count it down. We're in at 25 with Joanna. We're looking for 26 or more, and active bidders can use it just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. There's no holes in that felt. This is just really different and super kitschy. And I think it fits all the different decors. If you're doing farmhouse, you're doing kitsch, you're doing retro, whatever for Easter. So I think she's really neat. So there's our bid end. So Joanne, you had top bid at 25. So it's coming to you for 25. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Yeah, I was just going to say she would look really cute, like propped up in a little Easter basket with some eggs. That would be cute.
You did make
okay. I do have some non-St. Patrick's Day stuff, but I had some other green things, so they kind of made the cut tonight as well. And this is definitely a kitschy round. I have had lots of different pieces of Napco Snappy the Snail, but I have never, ever come across the tea bag holder. in my 14-ish years I've been selling kitschy stuff.
So
I've never come across one of the tea bag holders. Now, this is made by Napco. I did mention that. It does have partial foil stickers, pretty much faded out back here on the back. And there's so many more pieces. This is one of the first anthropomorphic lines that Napco produced, along with Hoppy the Hopper and Swifty Turtle. They were all kind of produced like the very first versions before they moved into doing some other kitchen lines of ceramics. And what I do like about Snappy the Snail, besides the little three-dimensional little antenna that they always have, there's always a boy and girl. And they did that for every single piece: sugar bowl, creamer, shakers, cookie jar, teapots. They did always do 2 of them. And if you see the little pink polka dot bow like this is the girl snail, quote unquote. And then there's also going to be one with a blue bow tie. And that would be the boy. And yes, there is another tea bag holder that is the boy snail. I just found this one all by himself. Carrie, I see you. Welcome in. Good to see you, Carrie. And Caroline's in there at 21. Thank you so much. So no kind of damage on this piece. There's a little bit of crazing in the glaze. That's pretty typical for mid-century ceramics. There is the bottom, but you know, if you're not using him, he's meant to, you know, lay down like a tea bag holder. But what I like about this is that if you're not using him as a tea bag holder, he just is a cute little snail figurine because he can stand on his own. I really like that. There's some of the other pieces that they produce. There's a spoon holder that they produce that's a little bit larger than this, that's also flat and meant to lay, but cute standing. I have a piece of Snappy up there in my stuff too that was repaired in like 5 places. So I think this is one of the harder pieces to find from Snappy the Snail. I just have never ever run across one. So Carrie's in at 22. So we are looking for 23 or more on Snappy the Snail here. Measurement on it is 3 by 4. 3 by 4. Sometimes these little antenna, they can go broken or missing, and there's no repairs or anything on either one of those. All right, let's do a countdown looking for 23 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right. I see Carrie's got a just in case of 30. Nikki popped in there with a 23. Audrey also popped in there with a 23. Nikki's back in with a 31. Caroline put in a just in case of 42. And there's the slither. Well, that's hard to say, Karen. Slithering bid end. Karen, thank you so much. All right. High bid was from Miss Nikki at 31, but Caroline had the highest just in case over Carrie's as well. So Caroline's going to be the winner at 32. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for your bids. And thank you guys for being flexible with putting stuff into the chat. I don't know if it's helping, but I am seeing everybody so far. So hopefully, yes.
All right. Amy, $15. $15. And I have this very kitschy figurine of this little crew of buns here. In very, very good condition. I believe they're probably from the early 1980s, and these are made by the Goebel company. So Goebel, I think, not only made Hummels, but they made some really fun kitschy porcelain pieces. So I guess in my research, I'm guessing from what I was able to find that these came in 2 different ways. They came in one fixed figurine like this, or you could have gotten them in little single figurines. But I sort of like this one, all of them together. So all 3 of these little bunnies are all kind of huddled up here. They would look really good in your Easter display, or if you leave bunnies out all year long. Now, they're reading very bright white. They are, but they do have some details. So you can see they did detail with like some of this like pinky, fleshy tone to the top. They did add that to the ears. So there are some other details, kind of light gray mixed in, so you can sort of see, you know, the other details of the fur in person. It's just these lights really magnify how pale white it is. Cute little eyes. They did give the eyes kind of a light pink, peachy tone to it, and there are no chips anywhere. Sometimes with the bunnies, you got to be careful. With bunny figurines, that they get little nips or things to the ears, but these are chip-free with no condition issues. I can't tell you exactly when it's from. They made this a couple different times, but from the stamp and the research, I'm guessing probably early 1980s is probably about the time frame for that. But it is stamped Global West Germany. So measurements on it, it is about 7 inches wide. So it is 7 inches wide, about 3¼ inches tall. And like I said, all 3 bunnies are in very good condition. It's a very high quality porcelain piece from Germany, and it's going to look good with your kitsch, your Easter, or just your bunnies. So let's go ahead. Let me call out the bids. I'm making sure I call out the bids. So Deborah had a 15. Nicole had a 16. So we're looking for 17 or more. Thank you guys for the bids. Let's go ahead and count bunny down. We are doing the bunnies down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So you can use that if you want to. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You could put little hats on these guys if you want. I think they'd look really good nestled in some Easter grass and an Easter bunny and an Easter bunny and an Easter basket. They're just really unique and they're really good high quality. So there is our bid end. And I see you're just in case, Nicole, but you didn't need it. They're coming to you for $16. Thank you so much.
All right. Congratulations. Okay. I have a choice round for my next. And I did also find both of these things at the doll show over the weekend. There was some great stuff. There's always great stuff at this, the Northern Ohio Doll and Bear Show, which is near Cleveland, Ohio. That's usually where it's at. Did find some stuff. Mama Pam found some fun stuff at the show as well. I think she's going to be able to complete some Barbie outfits based on some of the things she got. But I have a choice round. Although they're not exactly the same thing, they're pretty darn cute, both of them. All right, so here's the choices, and then I will talk about them individually. So it's either the little dolly here or the little set of celluloid. All right, so first I'm going to talk about her. She is just the cutest ever. She is a Hertwig, made in Germany, little jointed arm bisque dolly. She is very, very cute. She only measures 2 3/4 inches tall. She does date to the 1920s. Okay. And as far as I can tell, somebody made her little tiny outfit. So a tiny little dress. And although the tiny rickrack and the flowers are definitely not from the 20s, somebody added those in at some other point in there. But she does have a tiny little hole in her hand. So I like that they put some little flag. This was not me. This was how I found her. Little millinery flowers in her hand. And then there is this little notch kind of on top of her head that also had a hole in it where they put in this little rickrack. I've seen some other variations of this where they have like little silk ribbon tied in there or some other little flowers like that. She doesn't have any chips or anything, but she is stamped made in Germany right here on the back. And she has tiny little gold painted shoes. Very, very cute. So that's choice number 1. Choice number 2. You guys know I love to find these tiny little dollies in their original box. And these, there's 5 little celluloid flapper style girls that are in there. And I really like that box. It's got some awesome little flower kind of graphics on there. So these are 1930s Japan celluloid. Christy, welcome in. I see your bid. Thank you so much. So I'm going to take the lid off so we can look at the dollies a little closer. I will take them out too. So usually these kind of flapper girl that we see are much larger, have kind of feathers and mercury beads and that sort of thing. But I really like the tiny. They're so, so cute. They are 2.5 inches tall. Okay, I'm going to take, they're all different colored, but I'm going to take one out. And so you can see a little bit more of the detail. Oh my goodness. So they have tiny little painted eyelashes. They all have kind of this little ribbon skirt on them and the little tie that kind of goes up around their neck. And then they all have a little ribbon up in their hair. And then on the back side is where they're all stamped Japan. So these are celluloid, all of them. They all have their original little outfits. The only one that I see that has any kind of splitting to the celluloid is this one here in orange. You can see on her arm there that that's probably just from storage or manufacturing. There's a little split in that celluloid arm, but I don't see any of that happening with any of the other ones. And they're all in there. Really cute. Okay, there they are. Oh, they're in their little box. Let me get caught up on the chat. I saw Judy was in there. So we had Christy, and I see Judy, Gnarly Jones, and then Melanie is in there at 28. Thank you so much. Yes, I have not done the little wedding card yet. Okay, so let's do that countdown. We're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello, Tippy. Good to see you. And welcome in, Pauline.
Hi, Pauline.
Thanks for joining us. Oh, Dana just popped in there with a 30. It looks like Christy has a just in case of 35 in there. So I'm just waiting for Karen's bid end to come in. Oh, there's the baby bid end. Very cute, Karen. All right, so it looks like Dana had the highest bid at 30, but Christy did have a just in case of 35. So Christy, you get first choice at 31. I'm pretty sure that you're after the little bisque one, but just let me know for sure. So you can say bisque or celluloid. Bisque or celluloid, just to confirm your choice there. All right, she says she wants this one. All right, that was the first one that I showed. You got it, Christy. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And Dana is going to be my backup bid at 30. Dana, let me know if you want the little celluloid babes. I do have the plastic window. It's just not in the box. It is there. So yes, Dana, you get second pick if you want the little celluloid girls. Let me know. Otherwise, backup after that is going to be Melanie. The other set, yes, you got it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Miss Amy, $20. And hello, Pauline. Welcome over to YouTube, friend. We hope you enjoy yourself here tonight and you hang out with us.
Was this who you're talking to that came over from Instagram?
No, she came over from Whatnot. She hangs
Whatnot,
out with
that's
us
right.
over on Whatnot. Yes,
well, welcome
Pauline,
in. Thank you for
Pauline
being here.
From
yes.
Whatnot. So it's so good to see you, Pauline, and welcome in. And I'm sure you'll fit in with everybody over here and have a great time. So
what was your start bid, Jason?
$20, Miss Amy, $20. And I know we have some folks that like to collect knitting things. And this is from the 1950s. I think this is really sweet to use it as a little knitting basket, or you could use this in your display because look, it looks like spring. The windows are open. But one thing I do need to tell you, one of the little rivets in the back here, if I can hold it and show you, one of the rivets has popped out. Okay. But it really doesn't affect it whatsoever. So just be careful when you lift it. Only one of the rivets is holding it. So, but let's start here with the little black kitty cats. I think that's really fun. They're playing with the different colored yarn. We have some blue yarn and pink yarn. And then this is from the 1950s. So it's a Junior Miss knitting basket. So this would have been a little youngster's little knitting basket. So it is sort of a, 2, 4, 6, so hexagon. So it's a hexagon shape. It's very clean here on the inside. So it's very clean on the inside. And if you guys aren't familiar with the things from the 1950s, it is that vinyl coated cardboard. So it's vinyl coated cardboard. So this was very much prone to splitting, cracking. The only real condition issue is that little rivet that's missing. I couldn't find any examples of this online. I don't know the exact manufacturer. I don't know if it's the Ponytail Company or who made it. But they are calling themselves Junior Miss Knitting Basket. So we'll show you the different windows. Look how 1950s these would. This side would
with the cat and the
Amy,
yarn.
I know you sell and collect these things. Have you ever seen one of these before?
I've not seen that, but I have seen like a diary cover. Okay. I've actually had a diary cover. And what else have I seen? A little like record, like for
gotcha.
A little record tote in that same kind of style.
Be,
very similar to Ponytail. Yeah.
It might be getting washed out, but it is this gorgeous butter, 1950s butter yellow, very spring style colors with the blue and the pink. So here you have this little window here with this little girl. She's knitting away with the little black cat. So we have another black cat there. You have this girl here, very 1950s, very 1960s. I just thought this was really unique, and I thought you could really build a display around it because it looks like a fun little house with all these little girls with their window.
I've seen a lunch pail as well for Junior Miss, but I've never seen this little knitting tote. That's very cute.
1, 2. Kitty cats is 3. That's 4. That's 5. And then here is your front with Junior Miss knitting basket. So the bottom you can see is cardboard. They didn't tote that part. So $20 if anybody is interested. Brian says Hasbro. Okay, thank you, sir. eBay says Hasbro. Now, depending how you sit the lid down, it will rest inside because that pop rivet is missing. So once you sit it into place and you align, maybe you guys know better than me. Maybe you could pop that rivet out and pop it back in. I don't know, but that's the way that I found it. So when that isn't sitting level, because the rivet is out, you have to just adjust the lid over a little bit, but then it does sit on there pretty doggone good. So measurements on it, I see a Kathy in at 20. Thank you so much. We're looking for 21 or more. It measures about 4 3/4 inches tall. So from base to top, almost 5 inches. And then across, it's about 8 inches, 8 1/4 to be specific. Handle's in good condition. It's not split anywhere. The only thing that we got going on here is one of the rivets. Actually, it's still there. It just popped through. So hello, Terry Tucker. We got another Tucker in the house. How are you?
Hey, Terry. Good to see you.
Let's go ahead and count it down for Kathy. If anyone else is interested, go ahead and put a bid in. We're looking for 21 or more. And if you're an active bidder, you can use it just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. You have the ruler. Oh my God, that would be so cool. I just think it's really, really neat. And again, I thought you can actually use it. I know folks collect these little, kid style things like, lunch boxes or knitting, but I thought it would look good as a house in your spring display. So Miss Kathy, thank you so much. Congratulations. It's coming to you. Thank you.
Congrats, Carrie. I think we have another new Terry in the chat with us tonight too.
Another Terry.
Terry D. Welcome.
Hello, Terry. Hello.
All the Terrys are welcome. All
Absolutely.
of you. Karens and Terrys. Absolutely. Everybody. All right. I have a Steiff tonight. I'm going to do that next. Now, it's not a 1950s Steiff as much as I want it to be. It is not. But I think he's pretty cute anyway. He is fully jointed. He's got all of his tags, everything that he is supposed to have. Now, he is from 2001. Okay, so technically he is vintage at this point, which is crazy for me to even say that. But he is mohair. All right, he is still mohair, and he is fully jointed. So his little arms move up and down, and you can also pose his little legs. So he has his ear tag up here. So made in Germany, Steiff, with the little metal ear tag and his numbering. And there is the back of that. And besides that, he also has his manufacturing. This would be like the store tag where you would purchase him from. It's all in German. It does say genuine mohair on there, and he's a pretty good size, I would say. Kathy, I see you. Thank you so much. And measurement for him, and I did measure him kind of not in the sitting position. I more measured him kind of fully standing. He is 12 inches long and about 7.5 inches wide, but he's so super soft. Mohair is just some of the softest fur, and he is very nice shape. There's no holes or any stains or any kind of missing stitches. So he does have that embroidered kind of nose. I see there's a Parmesan here. I apologize for that. There's a Parmesan here, but there's no missing stitches or anything. And he does have plastic eyes that are set in there, and then his little sweetly stitched mouth in there. So he's very nice. I don't get to bring Steiff very often to the sales, but I'm happy to be able to bring Mr. Bear tonight. All right, I see Dana's in there at 38 as well. So Kathy was in at 36, Dana's in at 38. So I'll show you his little backside and then we'll do his countdown. He doesn't have much of a tail. He doesn't have any like little nubbin or anything back there. He's just kind of straight on the backside, but he's definitely flexible and you could pose him any way that you wanted. All right. I graduated high school in 2001 as well, Minx. So it definitely, I'm like, oh, 2001 is vintage. Oh gosh. Okay. Dana's got the high bid right now at 38. So we're looking for 39 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Oh, the vintage Noel popped in there with a 41. Thank you so much. Ooh,
he looks so sad, Amy. He just wants a home. I just
he
want
needs
a
hug. He needs a hug. That's what he needs. I need a bear hug. Kathy has got a just in case of 50 in there, and there is Karen's bear bid end. Thank you so much. All right, so high bid was at 41. Kathy did have a just in case. So Miss Kathy Plunkett, he is coming your way for 42. Thank you so much.
All right, this is going to be $20 choice. And sort of like what Amy said, I'm the same. This is it for my St. Patrick's Day. Unless I come up with something that I didn't know I had, this will be it. Then it'll be, you know, spring, Easter style thing. So this will be it for St. Patrick's Day. I won't have anything else in future sales, like I said, unless I just come across it or it was hidden somewhere. So $20 choice. Each one of these figurines that I show you is one of a series, okay? So getting some of these in their full series is very difficult. You think we always say the holidays are difficult to find. St. Patrick's Day is really, really hard to find. So she would have been a set of 3. She is made by Lefton, and she's probably Lefton from the 1960s. So you can see that she is in very good condition. All of her green paint is intact, no chips or cracks. See, Tippy even says it is. It is so hard to find. Even to find stuff new is hard to find, you know.
Yeah.
They don't make a ton of it. So you can see she has a shamrock here on her apron. She has a little shamrock down by her feet. So there are no chips or cracks to the piece. Right here's where her Lefton sticker would have been. And then that's part of her model number down there on the bottom. So we're going to just spin her around so you can see. She has all those great different tones of greens that they use for St. Patrick's Day. And her hair has a slight tone of red to it. Now you can really see the detail of her face. And she measures 4 inches tall, okay? So she's 4 inches tall. She's kind of getting ready to do like, I guess, a little bow maybe almost. But again, she would have 2 sisters in the series. So Melissa, I see you're 20. This is the second one I have to offer. They made a couple different leprechauns. Lefton did, I think, like 2. And this is the second series that they did. These kind of hinge on, I don't know, maybe he kind of looks like, I guess he kind of has a hillbilly kind of feel about him, kind of like, you know, up in the woods, hitting the moonshine a little too much. But this is the more whimsical gnome style elf that they made. And this came from a series of 3 as well. So this beard here has red hues to it, orange hues to it. I love the way they curled the shoes around on him, and he's resting on a barrel. So he's got his arms behind his head. He's got a lot of character. He's pretty, you know, feeling pretty confident, and he's just taking a little nap there. So he has remnants of his original Lefton tag right there, and he is probably from the 50s or the 1960s. He was part, like I said, of a three figurine series. He measures about 3 inches tall and 3.5 inches wide. He does, Renee. So that'll be your second choice. This is your third choice. This is 70s or early 1980s Lefton. All of these are made by the Lefton Company, and she would have been part of a series as well. So she is a bisque style figurine. If we can get her to focus, she sort of has her hand up. She's like, whoa, wait a minute. St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. She has her Lefton tag on the bottom. Oh, she's Japan. So she is the earlier 70s while they were still making, or maybe even 60s when they started to introduce some of these bisque style Lefton figurines. And she measures 4 inches tall. So they're from 2 different series, but I thought the 2 of these might look really cute together.
They look cute together.
I thought they would look cute. She is more of a matte finish. And then this one's sort of a bisque finish. Nikki, thank you. I see you're 21. So I will hold them up here on the board, and then we will do a countdown, and you can pick whichever one you want. So it's going to be A, B, or C. So A is the first one I showed you. B is the center, and C is going to be the bisque style one. So we're looking for 22 or more. And we are doing, just in case for active bidders, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Melissa's in with a 22. So we're looking for 23 or more, or just in case. And it'll be A, B, or C. You can take a variation. You can take them all. You can take one. But again, it's one of each of the different series. So there's our bid end. So Nikki, with your just in case, you get first choice over Melissa. So at 23, Nikki, let me know. Letter A. The letter B is the guy in the middle. And letter C is this girl right here. All right. So you're taking the guy in the middle, Nikki. Thank you so much. He is yours. So Melissa, we have the 2 ladies left. Were you interested in A or B?
No, A or C.
Oh, that's right. A or C. Thank you. All right, Melissa, A is yours. Congratulations. And we will bring Miss C back for the recap. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Reminder, you guys, don't forget to refresh. If you haven't done that in a while, do that gear wheel icon. And if you are just popping in and joining us, if you do plan to bid on anything tonight, we are asking that you put in a initial from your name or an emoji in with your bid, just to negate any kind of filtering that may be going on tonight. It looks like it's been working so far. So
fingers crossed.
I don't have any wood to knock on up here, but let's just keep doing that. Keep doing it. Okay. I have, this is very cool. I have never been able to purchase one of these. This was something else I got from the doll show. And there's not just dolls at the doll show, which I really enjoy because, you know, people bring other things to the show. I've actually found a whole Howard Santa mug one year at one of the doll shows. But you know, you just never know because there's different vendors that set up and they just bring all sorts of stuff. This is a made in Japan, 1940s little devil pixie pin cushion. He is lusterware, although it's not really transferring on camera so much. Judy, I see you. Thank you so much. He is kind of like in a light kind of green, but has kind of like that oil slick finish to it. So he's lusterware. They did manufacture these in several different colorways as far as the suit goes, and the little book that he's kind of leaning on. All right, the book is kind of black with yellow pages, and then he's got kind of reddy orange style little horns. Now, when I found him, there was no pins in the pin cushion, so I couldn't help myself but add a few pins in there for good measure. So there is some deeper craze lines, and I'll try my best to show that to you on the back side here. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Right in here, there's a couple like deeper craze lines in the ceramic, and where it's stamped, it's very faint. The stamping didn't come out very well. It's like in the molding process. It does say made in Japan very faintly under here. Sometimes the mold wouldn't come out like as defined with that, but there's no chips or anything to him. I think he's pretty fantastic. I love him. I contemplated saving him for maybe like in the fall, but he said he wanted to come out to play tonight. So I listened. He is 4 inches long by about 2 3/4 at the tallest part. And of course you could, you know, stick whatever kind of pins that you want in there. I just thought he needed something. So that's why I added, that's a little flocked millinery flower on a pin. So that can come out as well. Carrie, I see you at 30. Thank you so much. And Judy is back in at 32. Christy says we all have a little crazy. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. All right. Let's do that countdown. We are looking for 33 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Carrie's got a just in case, a 40 in there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you all being here. And there is the behave bid end. Okay, Carrie. Judy had a 32 bid for the high bid. Carrie with that just in case. Carrie, it's coming to you for 33. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, $20. $20, and you're going to get everything that I have nestled in this little guy's crevasse, as Amy would say.
Crevasse.
The only condition issue is there is a teeny tiny little nip, and let me see if I can show it to you and move my stuff. There's a tiny little nip right here in the corner, right there at the pink. So it's coming into focus. So you can see a little nip right there. Other than that, it's in very good condition. I found this last year, but Easter had already passed, so I had to sit it to the side. I'm going to do my best. I want to spill everything that I have in it because I think I did a good job filling it. It is an old sticker made by Relpo. You don't see a lot
That's
of those.
A cool sticker.
That is an old school 1950s Relpo sticker. And then the importer, of course, was Samson. That was just the importer who imported it for Relpo. So they must have had a help with it, so they wanted a stamp on the bottom. So I'm sure this is a baby's planter, but this is great for Easter. We have our kitschy little lamb friend. Usually when you find these figurines that are pulling a wagon, usually they're donkeys, but to find these other animals, I think is really great. So you can see the pastel colors. You can see the fun pink on the bow, the blue on the detail of the fur on the lamb. And then you have the flower wheel and you have the polka dots. I mean, I think this is very kitschy for your Easter display, and you're going to get everything that I put in it. It's a little hard plastic, sassy little duck. So you're going to get the sassy little duck. Pauline, all you do is bid in the chat. We are asking that you put an emoji, so it's kind of like the other platform. Just go ahead and bid in the chat. And then what we'll do is once you're an active bidder over here, we do something called a just in case. So because there's a lag here, the just in case allows you, right there it is. So you must at least have one regular bid in the chat on the current item to use the just in case. You will, when we start the countdown, Pauline, you then will type the maximum bid that you're willing to pay with the abbreviation JIC into the chat during the countdown. If the just in case, if the JIC bid is highest before the bid end, you will be bid up $1 over the next highest bid. Multiple just in cases bids before bid end will turn into regular bids. So like Deborah has a bid in at 20, Renee's in at 22. So Pauline, if you were interested, you would just put 23 in. If you wanted to be a power bidder, you could put 25 in if you want. And then you'll just hold the just in case until you hear us start the countdown. So Pauline, you're an expert. You got it.
Got it.
You're in at 25. And I just want to quickly show you guys that this is a two-sided planter. Sometimes they didn't do things to the back. So this one will display beautifully in like a table setting. And again, the only condition issue is that little chip right there at the corner. But if you use the things I gifted you here, you can put that little flower over top of it and you're never going to notice it. So let me tell you the dimensions really quick. This is a nice small one. Sometimes they made these pretty big. So, but this one is about 3.5 inches tall and it's about 6.5 inches wide. So other than that, maybe some crazing, but it's in very good condition. So what I'll do is, Pauline, I'll start a countdown. And if you want to put in a just in case, you can. And then you will just be bid up $1 over the next one. So we're going to start the countdown so everybody can use a just in case if they want to, or you can do a straight bid. So here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Pauline's in at 25. We're looking for 26 or more. And again, guys, we both use pirate ship, so the rates are compatible to, other places. We get you the cheapest rates. Sometimes they're cheaper than other places. We can get cheaper than them, so we pass it on to you. So there's the Baja bid end. Thank you, Karen. So Pauline had a bid of 25. Nicole had a just in case of 35. So Nicole, it's yours for $26. Thank you so much. And Pauline, that was a good practice run for you.
Yes.
You'll get the next one. Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations, Nikki. Okay. The Baja bid end.
I couldn't even.
All right. I have my handmade round of the evening tonight. I did mention I had one singular because I'm working on bunnies. I'm working on the bunnies for Easter. One singular St. Patty's Day dolly tonight. And although she is a little bit special because I did put a vintage chenille shamrock. This would have been like a little pick. Yeah. I found a couple out in the wild, didn't craft with them and last year. So I was like, yep, she needs a fancy hairdo accoutrement for her pigtails. So I do hand paint the faces. I like to do the eyelashes. That's my favorite part. She's got a little blush on there. And then she's got kind of a darker red for her felt hair and her pigtails. She does have a little vintage button up here at the top. Now this is more modern fabric. Sometimes I do use vintage or vintage inspired fabric. This is more modern fabric covered with shamrocks. And then there's kind of this green in the split of her dress, which carries down to her socks. And then she's got little felt tie-on shoes and hook and loop here on the back if you need to take the dress off and wash it for whatever reason. And she's also pre-tattooed here on the back. She's got her tramp stamp ready to go for St. Patrick's Day. All right. Renee, I see you. Thank you so much. So these are great to pose and sit. I do try and cover all the holidays. Usually I don't do St. Patrick's Day crafting a whole lot, but I do like to be able to use some of this red felt every once in a while. And this fabric's pretty cute too. Measurement for her, she is 16.5 inches long and about 10.5 inches wide. Her pigtails are kind of like the widest point of her. Okay. Nikki Moss, I see you at 41. Thank you so much. And I did see Renee in there to start us off at 40 as well. So we are looking for 42 or more. Renee just popped in there with a 44. Thank you so much. Looking for 45 or more. I am going to do that countdown. You ladies can put in just in cases if you would like. Let's do that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I really like, Amy,
yes,
I really like this one. I love all of your dolls, but yeah. I really like this one.
She's limited edition.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I think I don't remember. One year, I think I did do some St. Patrick's ones. A couple years ago. I don't think I had any last year. I cannot remember. All right, there is the kitschy bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Renee had the high bid at 44. Nikki Moss had it just in case. So Nikki, it's coming to you for 45. Thank you so much. Yes, the Easter bunnies are in the works. They're coming.
All right, guys, $20. This is the kind of decor that I really levitate to. I really love this because it's one of a kind, and I know there's people in the chat that made these back in the day. So these were popular in the 1980s. These were string eggs or string art. Yes. So I don't know.
I remember making those.
I do too. So what you would do, and first of all, before I explain what you do, for 20, you're going to get everything that's in it. So not only for the 20 are you going to get the homemade string egg, you're also going to get all the kitschy, plastic, fantastic items on the inside. So if you guys aren't familiar with what this is or how you make this, they used to blow up a balloon and then they would dip the string in like an Elmer's glue or some sort of a paste, okay? And then you would drape it over the balloon and then you would wait till it would dry and then you pop the balloon and then you would have these dioramas, okay?
That chick is so cute.
So what you do is you made those back in the day. They made them for other holidays. They did other things with that style art, but this is your little string egg diorama from the 1980s. So some of the colors back here, there's pink, there's light pink, there's some violet, some purple, and it's in very good clean condition. And then you're going to get all of the things on the inside because this is the way I got it. So it actually has vintage Easter grass in there. And if you guys aren't familiar or you guys don't know, they've discontinued the old cellophane grass. They're not making it anymore.
It's all paper.
Yes. So I don't know. They don't want to make it anymore. So all that old Easter grass, it's going to get a little harder to find. So you're going to get the original 1980s Easter grass in there. 2 little pink flocked, I guess they're little chicks or peeps. And then you have the flocked goodness of the pick and the yellow chick in there. You're also going to get all those daisies. They're plastic fantastic. And then you get this one. This is how they popped it in there. A little plastic fantastic tulip. And then you have all the great 1980s lace that we had to find any reason to use more lace in the 1980s, which I love. And then the bottom, you don't get much more handcrafted than the little base they covered in aluminum foil because it's the lid to a ball jar. So they took a lid to a canning jar, covered it with aluminum, glued it to the egg, which is made from string, which is hardened string, and it's this fun diorama. So I just love these. I think these are fantastic. They actually go for some money on eBay. If you go on eBay and you can find them, if they're the big ones that are 2 or 3 times this size, some of them can go for 50, 60 bucks. And all this is removable, by the way. So if you get this and you want to take this out and put something else in it, you can do it. But I liked it the way it was. So I had this for a few years, and now it's time to move it on. So let me give you the dimensions on it. This one's 8 inches tall. So this one's 8 inches tall. And again, there you can see the color of the string on the inside. If you're able to find some more of these, I think they'd be really fun. You could even put some of those battery-operated lights in there.
Fairy lights, yeah.
Yep, you could light it up if you want to. And it's a good, solid piece. You know, they put a lot of work into this. I mean, even the kitschy pieces on the inside alone, they're all in good, clean condition. And I feel like the egg was made in the 80s, and they had some of these pieces left over from the 60s and 70s and popped them in. So let me show you the little pink peeps again. They both have their little cardboard beaks still attached. He is your little flock chick up there. Plastic fantastic flowers. Nicole is in at 21. So we're looking for 22 or more, and we're going to start a countdown on the 1980s string art diorama Easter egg. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, it's 8 inches tall. It's very clean. It was really taken care of. And again, somebody put their heart and soul into this. And I think they did a doggone good job. So Kathy's in at 22. Thank you so much. I see a just in case in there from Nicole. So there is our bid end. When I do ship this, I will keep everything in it and wrap around it. Okay. So $23. It's going to you, Nicole. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. All right. I think we all wore those kind of blouses in the 80s, Minx. I remember having something similar for picture day at school as a child. Yeah. All right. I have a little wall pocket bear, and I cannot tell you manufacturer. Usually I don't come across a whole lot of things that I don't know who is the maker, but I cannot find this guy. I don't know who made him. I did find a couple other critters that in the same kind of style, but no sticker, no manufacturer attributed to it. I did see a bunny and a skunk in the same exact style and size, but I don't really have any kind of information. I dug down the rabbit hole as back as far as 2011, and I couldn't find anything on him, so I don't know. But he doesn't have any chips. or repairs. But he has a little wall pocket planter. If you want me to include the little daisy flowers, I certainly can. If you need some silk flowers to come along with him. But there is the inside. I don't believe that there was actually like a plant or anything ever down in there. But there isn't even a made in Japan stamping, although I'm fairly confident that he probably is made in Japan. I just don't know a manufacturer to tell you. And he's not super large. All right, he's a pretty smaller size for a wall pocket. He measures 4 by 5. I did find him in Nebraska. I was trying to think where he came from. Yes, he was found in Nebraska and came back home to Michigan with me. He's just the cutest little bear ever. He's got like little collar from a plaid shirt and then a little yellow kind of bow tie peeking out. And the skunk and the bunny all have like the same little shirt kind of tie thing at the bottom, but no sticker on him. I don't really know. But the vintage Noel is in at 18. Thank you so much. We are looking for 19 or more. I am going to do a countdown on him. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see her just in case. Thank you so much. And if it were me hanging this on the wall, I wouldn't use the whole. I would probably add some of that kind of picture wire in there to create its own hanger. Then it's a little bit more stable. You don't have to worry about knocking it off of the wall. I would even be so much you can get kind of like command strips, make some Velcro kind of little sticks that you can just stick on the back there and really make it secure. All right, there is the Nebraska Bear bid end. Thank you, Karen. The vintage Noel, you did not need your just in case. It is coming to you for 18. Thank you so much.
All right, $20, Amy. And this came from Nancy's booth. I had to do a little.
Jason, I'm sorry.
$20, Amy. This came from Nancy's booth at my store. The box was in rough condition, but I did glue some of the corners back. But I think this is going to look great in your kitschy spring displays. I think it's
how
really
cute is that box?
Fantastic. Now, it does have some of the activity books, but it does not have all 20, and it has something extra. So you'll get everything that came inside. So this box is from the 1950s or 60s. It's a Southfield publication. They're the ones that printed it. But look how great this box is. Couldn't you see this in your Easter background? You have puzzles, dot-to-dot coloring, the bunnies, the little chicks here, and then you have this very iconic kitschy bear, and it says, the 20 activity books and the blue bird on top. So when I acquired it, this corner was split open, so I did go ahead and use some glue and reattached it. It's holding pretty good, and then the other corner was split out, so I went ahead and fixed that as well. So it's all good to go. It's a nice, solid box. It is a parade of adorable. You're exactly right, Renee. And there might be some fading to it. But again, I think this would be fantastic to use as a background in your Easter display. If it didn't sell, that's what I would do. I would put this, and then I would put some of my Easter figurines in front of it. I think it would look really, really fun. So it measures 9 by 6. Okay, 9 by 6. Again, a very, very kitschy cover to this box. It held 20 activity books. Even if you sit it like that in your display, I think it's going to look really fun as a riser. Just note, some of these corners were split out, and I did fix them. But what happens is there was paper over top the box, so now you can just see where the box is, put back together. Okay, but that's what the corner is supposed to look like. It's covered in paper. So you're going to get that. And then these are the books you're going to get. Most of them are not used, but some of them are. This book is probably my favorite book that's coming with it. This covers all 12 months.
Cute.
So I think for your $20, this is a really fun thing to add. All the different holidays. We have the snowman in January. Then we have this fun little girl there taking a dip in July, and it is double-sided. Even the leaves for October. And then this has a ton of kitschy graphics on the inside. Look at her with her little kitty cat. Meow, meow. And it's a little story. Some of these other fun graphics on the inside. So you're going to get this book as well. That, I think, is fun. You could print that out. You could even frame that if you want. So that's going to come with it. $20, you get the box. The box does have some wear, and you get these activity books as well. I do think this one has a page or so that was colored in it, but this is a lot of the different nursery rhymes. So you have the little fiddlers. So this is King Cole, and it's his coloring book, but you can see a little youngster did color some of the pictures. I don't think he or she did the best of job, but I think that's cute.
Jason, are all the books in the box?
No, you're not getting all the books. You're only getting 4 books, and some of them are used. So
Gotcha.
you do get the box, but then you also get an added bonus, which I'll show you that in a moment. So I'll just quickly go through the books. Again, most of the books are not used, but 1 or 2 pages and one of them are. So you get the box, and then you get 4 of the activity books. Okay, so here is your 4th activity book. Again, as you can see, most of them are in unused condition, but the one did have 1 or 2 pages. Look at that deer. 1 or 2 pages. Now, here's your added bonus. I'm sure you guys all remember these fun, kitschy little knitting, teach you how to stitch. Wait till you see some of these. So these are going to come with it. These were in it. You're going to get the dog. You're going to get the elephant. Wait till you see one of these. This is fantastic. You're going to get the cow. You're going to get the cow. You're going to get the lion. So wait, one stuck together. So you're going to get the cow. Yes, this is the one wait, you guys are going to go nuts over this, okay? You're going to have to correct me if I'm wrong. This reminds me of a moose and a car. Does that does that?
It just doesn't have like the antlers that a moose would have. So I don't know, but I see it. I see the vision with the ears.
Whatever this is, if it isn't, I mean, can you imagine a kid? I mean, this dapper guy in his car smoking his cigarette. I mean, so that's a bygone era. So you're going to get that.
Maybe it's a donkey. I don't know.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is an ant.
Was that a walrus? Wait.
And this is the last one you're going to get. Yeah, Karen says it's a donkey as well. So you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. You're getting 6 of them. So you're getting 6 of them. They didn't come with it when you bought it new, but they've been added at some point. So
they were in the box.
They were in the box. And then you're going to get 4 of the original activity books. Some of them are used. I think that alone's a $20 book. If I was pricing this stuff for the store, that alone, I think, is a $20 book, and that is unused. And then you're getting the kitschy 20 activities book. There might be a little bit of fading to it, but honest to God, these graphics, you don't get much more kitschier than that. So Christy is in at 20. We're looking for 21 or more. And we're going to count it down. Remember, you can use it just in case if you're an active bidder to secure if you're interested in it. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, you get the books, the sewing activities, and the kitschy books. Karen Williams, I see you in at 23. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 24 or more. There's our bid end. Karen, right before the bid end. Nicole, your 23 came in right after the bid end. So Karen Williams, thank you so much and congratulations. Some of you guys are really lagging. You might want to refresh.
Yeah, don't forget, Nikki Rindell, you might want to do a refresh. So that's always a good reminder.
Thank you
Everybody
so much,
refresh. Do that gear wheel icon up in if you tap the screen on your mobile devices, you can find a gear wheel icon, do playback speed, hit 2 times. If you're watching on the computer, it's going to be in the lower right-hand corner, the same kind of settings, okay? My next round is going to start at 24, and she is a special Joseph Originals. All right, she's starting at 24, which is significantly lower than what she is worth because she has a repair, which I discovered today. And it's very hard to see, and I will have to show you how I discovered it myself. So she is a Joseph Original. She is not part of the Little Pet series like I had last week. She is not. She is a birthday girl, and she is the birthday girl for March. Okay. And she has she's walking her little poodle, which is very cute. You can see the leash that's kind of it's kind of tucked in her arm and it goes down. That's the little leash for the poodle. That's not the repair there. But she's got her little hood up because it's windy outside. So there's a whole birthday month series. I have another one of the birthday series. This is, you know, the ones that we see most often with the little rhinestones. She will be coming later, but she is also part of a birthday series, which is a little bit harder to come by. Okay. When I picked her out, I looked her over. I did not see. So she's been repaired at the waist, and I will let you know how I discovered this. So she does have her Joseph Originals Little Japan sticker there on the bottom. She also has the foil one on the back. So I found a piece of Daisy and Buttons Vaseline glass. So I was hitting it with the black light, and this just happened to catch it. It was sitting back here on the shelf, and I was standing back there with this over, and it just happened to go up, and it showed the repair on the waist. I don't know if this is going to work, but right in here, anywhere that there was super glue, that's where it is fluorescing. So when it's not on there, you cannot see that line. I cannot see that line. And that was the only way that I could see it. Actually, I shined it up on there, and then you could really see where the repair was done. You can kind of see a little bit of that glue residue in there, but she was repaired at the waist. I still think that she is pretty amazing. This is like a $60 plus Joseph Originals figurine on her own. Very hard to find series, but I still think that she displays very nicely, and I don't think anybody's going to come over to your house and get out a magnifying glass and say, that Joseph has been repaired. I don't think so. It's whoever repaired it really loved it and wanted to fix it and did a great job at repairing it, because I certainly didn't notice. Renee is in there at 24. Thank you so much. And Brenda is in there as well. Yes, it's kind of like a brownish kind of light orange kind of coloring, and then chartreuse green for her ribbon and little flowers on her dress. And I just love that tiny little poodle.
So good.
It's so cute. So very cute. But yes, she is the birthday girl for March, and she does measure, well, shoot, I measured her. I didn't write it down. Well, that happens. All right. She is 4 inches tall and about 3¼ inches wide. Okay. So there she is. And let's do a countdown. We are looking for 28 or more. Brenda's got the high bid right now at 27. We're looking for 28 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid on. I'm even looking at the back of her, and I can't even see that line. I really can't even see it.
I love how they even painted the dog's leash from
her
hand
going across the front. I know. I really like that detail too. The series is very cute. I've never run across one of them out and about before. Well, I do declare that's the bid, ain't it? Thank you, Karen. All right. Let's see. Brenda had a high bid at 27. Renee did use it just in case. So Renee, she is yours for 28. Thank you so much. I declare.
Oh my God, $15 choice. It's a choice round at $15. And these are not your cheap plastic version. They made a couple generations of these. This is your functional vintage. These are the 1960s flocked, and I'll show you how I know that. They're the 1960s flocked bunny banks, and it's going to be on choice. The underneath their flocking, they're metal. They're a pot metal, so they are heavier than the plastic ones. They kept the mold, and then they made them plastic in later years. But this is the first generation of these flocked bunny banks, and they really, really did some great details, okay? So from the front, they look like figurines, but they are banks. So $15 choice, which when you find these on the secondary market, they ask a lot more for them because these are high quality. They are metal based, so it's all metal mold underneath here. Did she, Sharon? I mean, these are the ones that I think stand the test of time better than the plastic ones, and they have a nice weight to them. And when they coated them with flocking, you very seldom find spots where it's missing or splitting or peeling. The flocking really attached to the metal a little bit better than the plastic one. So you can see there's your coin slot right there. As I tilted it for a second, it does have its original stopper to the piece. So this is your sitting bunny. The eyes are high quality. The bunnies, I don't want to say that the eyes, they aren't glass, but they're not the cheap plastic. So the analog cat, thank you. I see you in at 15. We're looking for 16 or more. So this is your standing one. And you can see where they did airbrush some details on it in white to give it some more dimension. So somebody back in the day actually had the set. And here, this one proves it has the remnants of its Japan sticker on the bottom, okay? And then I don't know if you guys can see, you can sort of see the metal popping through there from around the stopper. So these are probably 4 times as heavy as the plastic flocked ones. And they have a great quality to them when it comes to the detail and the paint. So there is we got Phantom in at 16. So we're looking for 17 or more. There's the coin slot on this one. And here is your sitting one. So there's that one. You can see where they even painted some white to mimic the underbelly of the bunny, the white for the tail, and the measurements on them, the sitting one, and that's how we'll claim them, sitting or standing. They both are very symmetrical. From the side here, he is 6.5 inches wide, okay? So he'll be your sitting one, and your standing one, he is 6.5 inches tall. So these are some very neat figurines, and these banks would look great in your shabby chic decor, your kitsch decor. You know, if you wanted to put a foil egg in front of them, maybe they could be your Cadbury bunny. I don't know. I'm just here for it.
They can stay out past Easter too.
They can. And they, like I say again, if you see them when they're made in plastic, yes, they're cute, they're nice, but these metal ones, these pot metal ones are just a higher quality. So we're in at 16 and it'll be choice, and you'll pick, you know, standing or sitting. You can take both. So we're looking for 17 or more. So let's go ahead and count it down. We are doing just in case for active bidders on the banks. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Melanie, I see in at 17. Joanne is in at 17. Phantom, which is Kathy. Kathy's in with a just in case of 20. The analog cat had a just in case of 20. I do agree they should stay together. I'm a fan of keeping them together, but hey, there is our flocked bid end. So it looks like, oh God, the analog cat came, your other just in case came in right after the bid end. So Kathy, you are the first just in case at 20. You get first choice, and then the analog cat will be back up if there's any left. So Kathy, let me know, did you want stand or sit? Make it easier. Stand or sit. All right. They're both going to you, Kathy. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And thank you all for the bids. Thank you so much.
Flocking good, Jason. Flocking good.
You know it. You know it.
All right. I have a choice round for my next. And this is a St. Patty's round. And it's going to be choice starting at 10. So I have 2 St. Patrick's Day linens to choose from. So I'll start with this. I have a St. Patrick's Day tea towel, and this is Irish linen. All right, I will, but first what I wanted to start, there's a little dot stain right there. I did not launder this, and then there is a little mark right here. I did not wash this at all. I thought it was pretty good shape. It doesn't have any smells or anything, but I'm going to unfold it and show you here. It is a Fingal. I've had some Irish linen, so 100% Irish linen made in Ireland tea towel. I will open it up for you so you can see the full pattern. There we go. Covered in little tiny shamrocks, and then that big one in the center with the green border. I don't believe like this was, it's definitely folded. This is how, I think the other Irish linen towel I had was folded this same kind of way. And measurement all stretched out on this is 28 by 18, 28 by 18 on it. There's no holes or anything, but it's very thick. Like, you know, if you go to the store and get a tea towel or a kitchen towel right now, they're really thin. This is like really thick and hardy. So like, you know, use it. Use your vintage towels. I would. But that is choice number 1, is the Irish linen towel. Right now I see Minx and Deborah both in there at 10. Thank you so much. All right. And choice number 2 is, which I've never, like, you guys know I look at hankies constantly. And I have never, in all my days, seen a shamrock shaped vintage hanky. And I really love this. And it's big. It is large too. I like to use these as doilies myself. You know, put it on top of a table, put something on top of it. And this also does not have any holes or anything like that. I just really liked that it was shamrock shaped. I've never seen one before. I actually, right after Valentine's Day, I saw a heart-shaped one, which I'd never come across before either. So Minx and Deborah at 10. Deborah's back in at 12. Renee's in at 13. Minx is back in at 14. I'm going to give you a measurement of the hanky. All right. The hanky is 12.5 by 12.5. I just really like that. I didn't want to craft with this one because I just don't see shaped hankies like this very often. I see round ones a little bit more often than I see special shapes, but I think that one is pretty special. All right. I am going to do a countdown. All right. So choice is between the Irish linen tea towel. This would also be something that you could, you know, drape over the back of a chair, decorate a little table, a little side table with it. If you wanted to use it as a little tablecloth, you definitely could do that. Okay. So those are the 2 choices of the St. Patty's Day linens, which I don't get to find very often. All right. Banks has got the high bid at 14. We're looking for 15 or more. Let's do that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid and hello, Buttermilk and Cream. Thanks for joining us.
I'm telling you, 2 linens, they're hard to find. St. Patrick's Day, anything is so hard to find.
The bless you bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Minx, you get first choice. Let me know if you want the towel or the hanky. The towel or the hanky. Second pick is going to go to Renee and then to Deborah. And I think that was everybody that was in there. Oh, Minx, you surprised me. She's going to take both. You got it. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, $35, and I have a pink bunny, you guys, and this bunny is in really, really good condition.
Oh, he's so clean.
He is in really good condition. He is getting blown out, so I will show him to you up closer, but he does have his original tag, okay? So he had to be certified for Pennsylvania, but he's a Dollcraft. He's from Dollcraft Novelty Company. So he's probably from the 1950s. It is a gorgeous pink in very good condition. The belly here is in like a tan, buttery tan. It's like a buttery tan. His eyes are nice and clean. Look how crisp those eyes are. This is all original. This is the way I got it. I got him with the one I'm selling tomorrow night, the little purple duck. Or the little ducky and this, they came from the same estate. So I don't know if they were in somebody's collection or they were theirs when they were a kiddo, but they came together and they are super clean. It has that thick stuffing. It's not like a sawdust on the inside. So there's no sawdust on the inside. It's just a nice thick stuffing. Look, if you can see, I want to see if I can show you here. You can even see, look at the stitching. The stitching is in a dark pink. So he has his original ribbon that I didn't add. That's original. I don't know that you want to bend it a lot, but there is wire armature here in the ears, so you can do what you want with it, but none of it has split through. So the satin is nice and crisp and clean. If you want to tilt them, you go ahead. But remember, you could poke that wire through if you're not careful. So the way he sits, he's 13 inches tall. So he's 13 inches tall. So I saw Dusty. I saw all your bids. Gnarly Jones was in at 40. Buttermilk is in at 42. And again, I just want to show you all the way around. Look how clean and vibrant the eyes are. It's almost like new old stock. Like I said, the pom-pom is very clean. The ears are clean. The pink on it, it's not even like wilting or, like sometimes these plush, some of the plush starts to come off, some of the fabric. He's really not doing much of anything while he's here. I collect vintage plush, so I expect it. This one feels like he's brand new. Like he feels like he is just brand spanking new, and he will sit. You're just going to have to nestle him a little bit so he sits. So if you collect bunnies or you collect, long-eared bunnies, or you want to use them at Easter time, I think that this is a really cute version for Easter. The bow on it, the ribbon on it, it's somewhere between a pale pink and a white. Okay, it depends how the light hits it. Right now on your screen, you might see white. When you're up close, it's kind of a very pale pink. So, but no condition issues whatsoever. He's in very good, clean condition, and we're in at 42. Let's start a countdown. He's 13 inches tall, and I do believe he's from the 1950s. So 43 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end, and he's manufactured by the Dollcraft Novelty Company. Has his original tag. He's in really, really good, clean condition. And I think he'd make a great addition to your Easter, to your bunnies. And trust me, I'll speak for myself. I won't speak for Amy, but to pry these bunnies out of our hand, it's a little piece of us. It's a little piece of us that we ship off to you. So Buttermilk had a just in case of 60, but Dusty Moose, and hello Dusty, had a just in case of 80. So for 61, he's going to live with some bunnies down south. Thank you all for the bids. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Hey Dusty, you say bunny and she just magically pops out of nowhere. Speaking of bunny, not to be a little sneaky peek, but do you see that giant bunny back there?
I've seen that bunny before.
I
know that bunny.
I got him over the weekend. He's huge. Like he doesn't
is
look
that not the same one? I thought you had a bunny back there.
So the one that I had last year, I think was yellow.
Yes.
And just looks a little bit different. But this rabbit, it's large. I mean, Parmesan's gone now for body comparison, but it's big. It's big. I towed it around the store, and like I had 4 workers walking around, and they're like, "Do you want me to take that up to the front with you?" And I was like, "No, he's good. I was just carrying him through the store." He's pretty cool. Okay, I have a planter for my next round, and I found this at the tail end of last year. I think it was before Christmas. I don't know. It's in December sometime that I found this. And when I found it, this video has been out a while, but when I found it, it had a significant chip out of it. And a lot of the cold paint was missing from the roof, okay? And this is made by Napco. There are a couple different variations of this with some different critters. There's one with a deer, there's one with skunks, but all have this little angel babe sitting here, and then their little other critter on the corner varies as well. There's also some pixie houses in the same kind of style. Now, when I found it, and usually I don't always touch up ceramics, okay, but when it's warranted, I do, okay, just to make it look a little bit better. Now, right in here, this was much, much larger and very sharp where this chip was. And I decided to rescue this planter because I thought that I could do a little bit better job fixing it. I did completely repaint that roof on there. Most of the cold paint was very scratchy and coming off, and I sanded this down significantly so it is no longer sharp. And even when it's on display, you can't really even see that chip there. And the paint is sealed on there, so you don't have to worry about it coming off or scratching. Again, there's no other chipping or anything on the paint or anything on any of the critters, any of the other surfaces. So we've got a little bush over here. We've got cute little bunnies hanging out on the side. Then we've got the little angel kind of sitting in the window. She's reading a little book, which is cute, with her little lammy sitting by her side. The Napco foil sticker would have been a blue Napco foil sticker, not a red one, down here on the bottom. That is no longer there. anymore. Well, happy anniversary to the Mooses. Happy anniversary. Thanks for popping in, Dusty. And there's the back. So it's not a wall pocket. It is just a little sit around planter. All right, there is the inside. I did do my best to clean on the inside of it, but I had never run across one of these out in the wild before. I've never run across any of the pixie ones either, but they're very similar. They're just, instead of the little angel, they have a little pixie, or there's a pixie on the roof and one hanging out of the house. And Jason and I have both had some little kind of wishing well planters with snow kind of on them and like pastel colors. Same kind of deal with that.
They look good together.
Yes, they look all very good together. This one, I don't like, it doesn't really read, I don't know, it doesn't really read Christmas to me. It doesn't really read any kind of holiday. It does have a little cross, I think, up at the top of the roof. But I think you could really, I mean, you could stick Easter grass in here, stick some bunnies, you know, do what you want to do with it and make it work for your decor or whatever holiday. But no other chips to it. Just that one here. It was, if you go back and see that video, it is from Centerville, Indiana. If you go back and see that, then you can kind of see how much worse that was. I did work on it for quite a while, and how bad the cold paint was on that roof. Bunnies and lammies, yes, it's definitely spring. It screams spring to me. So measurement for the planter, it is 5 by 4 3/4 by about 2 3/4 width wise this way. So I also think, you know, you could decorate this up for Christmas if you wanted to use it in pretty much anything. I think it's flexible. So let's do that countdown. Renee's in at 18, so we're looking for 19 or more. I am going to do that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And I really love that tester's paint. I know lots of you have asked, what do we touch up the ceramics with if we want to try and do that yourself? I always highly recommend the Testors, TSTORS. It comes in a very tiny little jar. You can find it at most of the hobby and craft stores. Just be aware that it will ruin your paintbrush. All right, whatever paintbrush you use, hope it's not your favorite. So, because you gotta, unless you got paint thinner, it's kind of like enamel paint. But I like it because it dries down with that shine to help it blend in with the ceramic glaze. All right, there's the home sweet home bid end. Thank you so much. All right, Deborah snuck in there with a 21 right before Karen's bid end. So congratulations, Miss Deborah. It is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, $20. $20, and I have a Victorian era early antique piece of milk glass, and this is sort of shabby chic, so there is some wear to it because they always, a lot of the Easter greeting plates would be cold painted, so you can see some of it is missing. So I figured the new owner, you can clean it off. I wouldn't personally. That's original paint to it from the 1900s, late 1800s, 1900s. So this is pressed glass. This is a mold, and this is a mold of a bunny. This same bunny is now later used by other glass manufacturers. So they must have acquired this mold, and you can find this same bunny. I think Fenton a few years ago did a commemorative plate with this same bunny. I think it's Moser or Mosser or one of those companies has also brought back this mold, and you can add pieces if you want to, but they're not going to be the white milk glass. So it probably said Easter greetings on it, but that's worn off. You can see when you are in person, there is a ring of fire. This is early milk glass. You can see the little bunny, and there's significance to it. You know, you got a 4-leaf clover for good luck. He's, you know, nibbling on some of the clover that is in the field. So this would look really good in an antique Easter display. You could, of course, keep this out all year round. If you collect Victorian pieces, this might go well with that. But I will say when it comes to some of these milk glass pieces, this mold I've never seen before. You're exactly right. And it is, Joe. It is from the late 1800s, and this is a harder mold to find, especially if you're into Easter or bunnies. So I'm not quite sure of the manufacturer of who made it, but it is early milk glass. You can see the beadwork around the tip of it. There is no chip to the to the scrolls here on the side, the scallops on the side. Words are tough for me today. There's no damage whatsoever to the piece. And this piece is easily over 100 years old. So it's a gorgeous piece. It would look, you're exactly right, Renee. This is what you do when you find these pieces. You put this in a little plate stand and you get some of those hand-painted Victorian era milk glass eggs and you put in front, or you nestle this into an antique Easter basket and you do the same thing. If you can't find those old eggs that are painted, maybe you get some alabaster eggs. You can kitsch it up with multicolored ones or the real earth tone colored ones. And I just think this would be fantastic in your Easter displays. They did make a couple different versions that, are good for Easter, but this is the first time I've ever found one of these. So this is definitely.
I'm always amazed, like these and the eggs, if they still have paint left on them for as old as they are. It always amazes me when there's some paint left.
So you have to imagine 110, 120 years ago, they hand painted this. And you can see that it does say Easter on it. So it probably said Easter greetings on it. Years and years of cleaning, it's worn off. Probably what I would do is, if it was me, I love the wear. See, I brought this for two reasons. First, I'll explain. I like the wear on the clovers here. This is a good transfer piece from St. Patrick's Day into Easter. So you could take a magic eraser and remove all that if you want to. So this is one of those pieces you can put out on the table. You can lay it flat. You can put it on the wall. You can put it out now through St. Patrick's Day because it has the green on it. And then you can, keep it out through Easter. Of course, all year round for bunnies. So Renee, thank you. I see you're 20. This measures about 7 1/4 inches. A lot of these older pieces, they weren't plumb. They weren't exactly like 7 inches. They were always like 6 and something. So let me just show you again the detail on this. That is amazing detail. I mean, that they actually would have hand sculpted. They would have carved into a mold, and then this was pressed, and it was a plate. You can start to see the ring of fire, but again, my lights aren't going to show it, but you can faintly see it down in here. This will go with your milk glass vanity sets. This will go with anything that's, the Victorian milk glass. So let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 21 or more on the antique pressed glass milk glass plate. 21 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And again, this mold here, not the plate, but the center mold of the bunny, was then reused by companies like Fenton, and you can collect them. There's a jadeite version of this bunny. So I think it'd be really neat if you had those and this together. So there's the bid end. Renee, congratulations. Thank you so much.
Karen, I'm really enjoying your creative bid ends this evening.
They are good, Karen.
I like it.
They are good.
I have a little pairing. So you're going to get both of these things together. And another thing besides, like, we talk about ceramics and like St. Patrick's Day stuff in general, like the ephemera is really hard to find. So I have this pairing. So you're going to get both of these together. I'm including the little itty bitty flower frog. Look how tiny that flower frog is. I have one that I kept myself. I like flower frogs myself, but I had to keep a little tiny one. But I'm passing this one along with this awesome piece of close to antique St. Patrick's Day ephemera. This is a party invitation. I'm actually going to take it off of the flower frog, and you can see how tiny it is. It only has like about 10 little spikes in there. It's just itty bitty. Okay. So this is the party invitation. Keep this under your hat. You are invited. So you open it up. It has been used, which I think is fun. The lid's off for a good time at a St. Patrick's Day party. Jolly's Hall in, I think that says Mart, Pennsylvania.
What does it? It says, wait.
Or does it say Ma and Pa? I don't know if it says Ma. I don't know.
I can't make it out. Yeah.
Jolly Pa Hall, Ma and Pa, or Mart, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure. But March 15th, 1929 at 8 p.m. So I think that is pretty stinking cool. I got this with a Halloween invitation at the same time. They came together. So I thought that was pretty cool. If I remember correctly, the Halloween invitation was also dated 1929. So I think that's pretty cool. Monpa. See, I looked at it like it could say either one for me, but and I don't remember what the Halloween one said specifically, but I like that it's Jolly's Hall. Jolly's Hall, right? You guys see that?
Yeah.
I don't think it's Dolly's Hall. I think it's Jolly's Hall. So they're going to have a good old St. Patty's Day party. Erin, hello. I see you at 14. Thank you so much. So, of course, use this to display whatever kind of ephemera that you want. So it's just to help you get started. But I wanted to pair these together because I think it's a good size. These are great. Those little teeny tinies. I want to find some more of those little tiny flower frogs. They're just great. All right. The measurement for the invite is 4 by 3 1/4. Okay. Let's do that countdown. Erin's at Blueberry Barn is in at 14. We're looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And I do believe that this is a Denizen invite because I have also seen some place cards and tally cards by Denizen with the same kind of hat and pipe and clovers on it.
And is that a shillelagh? A shillelagh on there?
There's gold here. Oh, bid end. All right. Thank you, Karen, for the bid end. All right. Critter Girl popped in there with a 16. Erin did use it just in case. So, Erin, it's coming to you for 17. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, I'm going to do a quick claim round. Okay. And I think these would go well with your piece of ephemera you had right there. So I have 3 sets of these little spun head. Okay, they're little spun head leprechauns. They have a little bit of fading to them, a little bit of wear to them. But again, I'm gonna sing it till the end. St. Patrick's Day is hard to find. Okay, they are both stamped Japan. Now I have 3 sets of these. Some aren't as faded, some are. So you can see his hat. The one hat here has a lot of green, and he's just slightly faded. All right, but they have their foil shamrocks on there. They have their little wooden picks. So these would have been used in, cakes and pies and all those great things. Now they become fun decor. So I have 3 sets of these, okay? And what I'll do is, if they all 3 get claimed, the first person that I sell a set to, I'll make sure you get the best looking version, okay? So we'll just go down. They're all pretty much the same, but I will take a moment before I ship them and nitpick them. And the person that, claimed them first will get the best one, and then we'll go down, okay? But they are all very similar. They're these fun hand-painted spun heads from Japan, little leprechauns. They have their little foil shamrocks on their head. They measure about 2 inches tall. They have little pipe cleaner bow ties, okay? So I have 3 sets of 2. 3 sets of 2. They're going to be $8. And the first person to put in the letter L as in leprechaun, can claim as many as you want. You can claim all 3. You can claim 2 sets. But I have 3 sets of 2. And honest to Pete, this is the first version of these leprechauns I've ever had. I had other ones years ago.
Never had any of those ever.
That look different, but they don't look like this. So, Lisa, I see you so far as the only one. And I have 3 sets available. And we'll wait another moment for the lag, just because I feel like we're tacking on extra 10 seconds to the lag anymore. Lisa, you're the only one. Let me know. Did you want 1 set, 2 sets, or 3 sets? And then I will bring the other ones back for the recap.
Oh,
I got Gavin in with 1. I got you. So, Lisa, let me know how many you're interested in. Okay, got you, Lisa, for 1. So then, Mr. Gavin, let me know, did you want 1 or 2 sets? And again, I will make sure that they're all taken into consideration. Did I miss the no, you did not miss
no, Christy, I haven't done it yet.
I got you guys. Thank you so much. And guys, there is 1 remaining. If anybody wants it, you can still claim it, but I'll bring it back for the recap. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Oh,
I got you for both of them. The second one's on me because somebody had a birthday this week. So last week. So the other one is a gift to our bid ender. So, all right. They're coming to you guys. Thank you so much.
I have not done the bride cards or the lammy yet. No. All right. My next round's going to be a brooch. All right. And yes, if you didn't know, Miss Karen G celebrated a birthday over the weekend. So happy birthday, Karen. Happy birthday. I know Mr. Gavin treated you right. All right. I have a beautiful green rhinestone brooch. It is very pretty in person. It's pretty true to color on screen. This is a Czechoslovakia rhinestone brooch. It is not a very big piece. It is stamped Czech. I don't think it's going to come in, but in the center, in that kind of little oval underneath that center setting of the stone, it is stamped Czech right there in the center. All right. It does have a safety clasp on the closure there. It does have a safety clasp. No missing rhinestones. And it is just lovely. Emerald City Green. I'm here for it. And it is not a super large brooch, but I like the size of it. It definitely could fit on a jacket, could fit on a lapel, on a hat, on a scarf. It's a pretty good size. It is 1 inch. It's 1 inch, a little bit over. It's just a hair over an inch in diameter. But everything is prong set in there, so pretty high quality. And if you know Czech rhinestones, you know that they're very sparkly, especially if you get them out in the sun. They just catch the light really, really well. They're nice and faceted. And the setting on this, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but all of them have kind of that open back setting. And that just allows a little bit more light to pass through the rhinestones as far as like not having it completely closed off with the metal puddling on the back. All of them have that open back setting. Okay. I see Renee was in there. Melanie was in there as well. And Renee is back in there with a 13. Yeah, the wizard wants his brooch back. Not no way, not no how. And I think this could work for Christmas too. It's definitely a pretty green for Christmas and St. Patrick's Day. That's why I brought it tonight, because it could be multi-purpose. All right, let's do that countdown. We're looking for 14 or more on the green Czech rhinestone brooch. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it.
That's gorgeous, Amy.
Yeah.
Honest to God, you don't need anything else for spring or St. Patrick's Day. That's perfect.
And it looks good on anything black. It looks good on anything white. Pretty much looks good with anything that you pair with it. All right, there's the green goddess bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right, Renee, it looks like it's coming to you for 13. Oh, Catherine, your 15 did come in after the bid, and I'm so sorry. Renee, congratulations. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, $20. $20, and I was hunting for one of these, and doggone it, I found it last week at my own store. Nancy had it in her booth. So I wanted one of these to offer at Easter time, and I was really excited to find this one. It is The Tale of Peter Rabbit. All right, it's in overall good condition. You think some of these kitschy ones that Amy show you are getting hard to find the Christmas or anything that would be great for Easter is getting super difficult to find. So there is a little stain right here to the top. There is a little separation down here on the spine. But other than that, this book is in good, clean, vibrant condition. So this is probably the late 40s, I would say, for the publication. And it is printed by the Merrill Publishing. Am I saying it right?
Merrill.
It's like Merrill. Okay. I had to actually get in tight on my phone to even see it because I thought it was Whitman when I picked it up. I thought it was Whitman. But other than that, it's in very good condition. And the illustrator is Milo Winter. I'm not familiar with what I do. Should I know that illustrator? I'm not too familiar with that.
They did a lot of illustrations for Merrill Publishing. That's about all I know.
Gotcha. So we have Fun Peter Rabbit here, and all the other rabbits are collecting their blackberries off the blackberry tree in their little pail. The book measures about 9 3/4 wide by about 7 inches long. And I'll just quickly go through some of these illustrations for you to see. The inside is nice and vibrant. Again, this is great for a Peter Rabbit collector. This is definitely great for Easter time. Look at the farmer here. The farmer, all these great illustrations. Peter Rabbit running there. You can see the way he is. Good night, Shannon. Thank you guys so much.
You feel better.
So we're looking for 20 on the Peter Rabbit book. Look how clean and crisp and vibrant those illustrations are on the.
I don't think I've ever had this one.
I'm telling you, Amy, there was an estate. There was an auction estate. I was trying to get some. Literally, I think when I ratioed out what folks were paying for the books, they were paying almost $35, $40 a book. So I couldn't get any of the Peter Rabbit ones to offer at Easter time. So, and it is that fabric style material, you know, so that it was easy to clean when youngsters read it or got anything on it. So $20 if anybody's interested. It's in very good condition. Wait till you see the kitty cats in this. Look at the kitty cat.
Oh, how cute. No, I haven't ever seen this variation.
Again, I'm not, trying to blow it out of proportion, but to find a Peter Rabbit book with this kitschy illustrated, this version of paper back book is not easy to find. So I forgave the little stain on it. There's a little tear in the spine, but overall, this book is in very, very good condition. Great to frame, great to put out on your coffee table. So just know we have a little bit of staining going on up top. Other than that, it's vibrant, it's clean. It has no weird basement odors. And I just think the face on that and the graphics on that is perfect for Easter. I would get a frame for that and put that in the back of my Easter display.
That one's really cute. I love the blackberries.
I do too. And this is Easter for me. This is Easter for me right here. So Melanie's in at 20. Nicole's in at 21. Again, this book is probably my best estimate from the late 1940s. Okay. And everything on the inside, no little youngster wrote on it. Nobody ruined the inside. It's just that however it got stored, it got a little bit of something on it there. It did transfer through to some of the pages on the top. So you can see right there on the top, there's a little browning to it. But to get these Peter Rabbit books like this, Peter Rabbit books, period, hardback books, some, different, years or publishers, they're highly collectible. It's just a collectible, book. So let's count it down. We're looking for 22 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 22 or more, or the bid end from Karen G. Thank you so much. Again, Peter Rabbit book has just a little bit of staining, but is in overall very good condition. So Melanie had a just in case of 25, and that was over.
Nikki's 21.
So for 22, Melanie, thank you so much. Congratulations.
All right. We just have 3 more rounds, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'm doing little Cupid place cards. All right. And it's going to start at $8, and I have 4 of them. I'm not going to split them up. I found them together. So there's 4 of them. They're all exactly the same. All right. I'm going to show them to you. And I do believe these date to the 20s. And although these are not Rose O'Neill signed, there are a few other place card variations in the same kind of style. They're not attributed to Rose O'Neill illustrations, but they are definitely in the style of a Cupid. You can see that there are some tiny little wings that are illustrated in there. And these are little wedding place cards. Oh, maybe like for a little bridal shower or something like that. I did see that there are some tally cards that have the same illustration on them. She's under her little parasol So very sweet. None of them are used and none of them are bent. So there is a perforation here on the side here where that point is that you were meant to write on the front here and then bend this back for a little easel so it would stand on the table. There's no writing, no bending on any of them. So I do have 4 in the set. Thank you all. I saw Tippy, Christy, and Nikki, and Melanie all in there. So there's 4 of them all together. Had they had more of these, I would have gotten more, but this was what I found, and very, very cute. You could craft with these, just display them. If it were me crafting with these, I would scan it first and not craft with the original, but live your life, do what you want to do. They do measure 4 inches by 2.5. So that's the sizing there. So, all right. And if you have some of those little mini flower frogs, they would work well for that as well. All right. Melanie's got the high bid right now at 10. So we're looking for 11 or more on the set of 4 little place cards. I'm going to do that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
That's adorable, Amy.
I can't resist
adorable.
The cute ephemera. I can't.
So good.
Poor Mama Pam. She has to deal with me digging through bins of ephemera. She actually walked around the whole rest of the store where I found these. And I was still digging when she was like, I've already went through the whole rest of the store and you're still here. Yeah, that's what happens. All right. Let me get caught up on the chat. I see Christy's got a just in case of 16. Melanie's got a just in case of 15. Nikki's got a just in case of 13. There's Karen's beauty bid end. And Nikki, your 17 did come in after the bid end. So with all those just in cases in play, Christy Tippy Winks is going to be my winner. Over Melanie's just in case at 16. So congratulations, Christy. Thank you so much.
All right, $15, Amy, $15. And I found, usually I do choice on postcards, but I found these together and I feel like they need to stay together because I think this is an instant display. So $15. I had said that I couldn't find any St. Patrick's Day ephemera. When we were doing our ephemera sale last week, we found these together and they came from the same estate. So here they are. So you're going to get all 3 of these. They are all used. They're in very good vintage condition. This one has the mica glitter. So let's see if you can see. Yep, you can see the mica glitter. So this is the flag with the design on it. You have the Erangel Brawl there. And then you have the shamrock down there and the bottom. And this one, the postcard is actually printed, I believe, in Irish. I believe it's actually printed in Irish. Part of it is, I think. So Union from, and then it's signed here. So then they did sign some on the back there. So you're going to get this one, and they are traditional postcard size, 5.5 by 3.5. So there's that one. That one has the mica glitter. This one I think is pretty doggone fantastic. This is a Tux postcard. So this is St. Patrick's Day greeting. So you have the Irishman there with the hat and the shamrock, and then I'll read that for you down below. But that is, of course, Ireland there in the background. Excuse me. And it says, and it's in that metallic gold font, it says, may the let me get the light on it right. May the emerald isle that grows out of the sea flourish long in prosperity, happy and free, which I think that's a really, really fantastic saying right there. So right there is what that says right there. Sorry about the moment of silence. I just had to let the light hit it just right. So this is going to be the second postcard in the group that you're going to get. So $15 for 3 Irish, 3 St. Patrick's Day postcards. Again, look at the metallic paint on there, the fantastic flag. That's in gold down there. The font on it, I just think it's fantastic. It's very three-dimensional. Actually, some of their printing techniques with the embossing, I think, is better than anything that's printed today. So, Minx, I see you're 15. We're looking for 16 or more. And these two flag cards, they're part of the same. They're part of the same series, part of the same company that made.
Oh,
them,
yeah.
okay? So like I said, they all came together. We're going to keep them together because I think if you had one of those, we can do it with a flower frog, but if you had one of those, ones that, have the little arms that hang out. How great do you think? Now you'd spread them apart a little, but I think all three of them kind of look nice together. I'd like to assume that the previous owner displayed them that way. So again, you're getting this one. Look at the detail on him as he's holding all the shamrocks in his hand.
That's the tux. That's the tux one, right?
Yep, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep, and then they have all of the cities of point there for Ireland.
Hey, that's where my tea towel was made.
Where was it? It was
Donegal. I think
yes,
that's
exactly.
I don't know.
It was made right in that company, right,
right there on that postcard.
I can actually see him making it, Amy. Right. So you're gonna get that one, and like Amy said, yes, that one's a tux, and these are made by the other company. One does have the mica glitter on it, and then all of them are embossed. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Minx is holding it at 15. Again, this time you're getting all three for one money. So we're looking for 16 or more, and active bidders can use it just in case. Christopher is in there at 16. So now we're looking for 17 or more. And again, you're getting all three. Minx is in at 17. Let's start the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, these are antique postcards. Christopher, thank you for the just in case. And again, active bidders can use that just in case. Minx got right in there with an 18 right before Karen's bid end. So Minx with an 18. Christopher with a just in case of 25. Comes to you, Christopher, for $19. And Christopher, I don't know if I've sold to you before. If I have, I got an old mind. But if you're new to me, just email me your information. I need your name, your full address, and an email, and we'll get you invoiced then on Saturday. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. All right. Good lot of postcards. I didn't even find any St. Patrick's Day postcards. I looked at some, but none of them were like that exciting to me.
Right.
You've had some really great ones. All right. Here is my little tiny, my only St. Patrick's Day figurine. It's this tiny little bone china lamb.
Oh my God, this is it's small but mighty. It's
holding onto a little clover. This is bone china miniature. This is made by Napco. There is a whole bunch of little critters in the same size that Napco did. Besides lambs, there's some other ones as well that are all holding a little something in their hand. He doesn't have the Napco foil sticker on there. There's a little remnant of it, little square remnant on the bottom, but that's about it. So I see Tina is in there. Thank you so much. Well, hey, Bug, you snuck in there too. Terry, I saw your 8, but Tina's in at 10. Call it Peanut the lamb. That's pretty cute. Renee's in there at 12. Thank you so much. There's no chips or repairs on the little lammy. And what I can tell you, there is a counterpart lamb that goes with this one, but I just found this one all by himself. We'll turn him to the back. So he has that woolly texture all over him, and there's his little lammy tail. Very, very cute. I love miniature stuff anyway, but I really like that. He is only 1.5 by 1.5 inches tall. So he's here for it. He's here for the clover. He's here for the luck. He looks like a little peanut. Yeah, I guess he does. All right. Terry was back in at 11. Renee is holding it down with the high bid at 12 right now. So we're looking for 13 or more. I'm going to do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I tried to do Bob. It didn't really work. It didn't really work very well. All right, Nikki, I see your 13. Thank you so much. Tina's back in with a 19. Terry, I saw a 1 come in there. Okay. Terry's got an 18. Nikki's got a 17. Tina's holding it at 19. There is Karen's. Where's Mary bid end? Terry V, your 20 did come in after the bid end. I see it both on my phone and in StreamYard. So Tina Malm is going to be my winner at 19. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Tina.
All right, $10 choice. $10 choice, and it's choice on some probably spring and Easter style shakers, okay? So I'll show them to you here on the board, and then I'll show them to you up close. So you have two different sets you can choose from at $10. One is probably from the 1960s. This is Stamped Japan on the bottom, and it's a two-piece set. So you have the little chicks, little baby chicks. There's your little cork stopper. It says Japan. The salt and pepper or whatever you want to have come out, actually the holes are in both of their beaks. So you go, mah, 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 and that's how the condiment,
so
the condiment comes out. Yeah. And then here is their, this is the base part, and this has the two holes right here. So this is the nest part. So whichever you want to be salt or pepper, they both have two holes. So this one is marked Japan. Underneath there, it's missing the cork. Critter Girl, I see you for 12. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 13 or more, and it again is on choice. So this is your heavily glazed, more 1960s style shaker. And then this is the little birds.
So cute.
The holes. So that's going to be your first choice. And in this one, I thought would be neat because this one is probably 70s, but the little chick coming out of the egg reminded me of like Victorian. So this is bisque. But this is the rooster. So this is the one shaker you're going to get. Sorry, and I do have measurements. So they're both about 3 inches tall. So the rooster is about 3 inches tall. When the little peeps were on the nest, they're about 3 inches tall. So bisque, very realistic, painted. I think that's why bisque came into fashion, was because you can get more of a three-dimensional detail on a bisque figurine than a highly glazed one. So I think that's kind of why the companies started going the route of bisque, because you can get a more realistic look. So that to me looks like a real hen. And then here is so which came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. But then here, this is the other one that's coming with it, and that is the 3-hole. And that's a very Victorian style look, I think. Although this is a 1970s set of shakers. So you're going to get that, and that is your second set. So you'll either claim chicks or hen. So chicks are the little peeps popping out. So that's going to be chicks. And then the other set's going to be hen. So we're looking for 13 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So let's count it down. And they're both unique sets that you don't see that often. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. This one's going to be chicks. All the cold paint's really good on the beak. So that's chicks. And then this one's going to be hen. So Critter Girl, we do see her just in case. We don't think you're going to need it, though. There is our bid end. So Critter Girl, let me know. Were you interested in the hen set? Of course, you can take both. That's the hen. That's the peeps. And this one is Japan. They're both Japan, and they're both around the same time frame, but I think the bisque one's tickled into the 70s a little bit more. So again, two fun sets for spring and Easter. All right, so you're taking the chicks. All right, they're yours. I'll bring the other ones back in the recap. Thank you so much.
Caroline, are you okay? That face. What's that face emoji?
What?
I don't even know what that is. That's so funny. All right, this is our last round, you guys. Our last round, and then we'll do recap and community share. All right, my last round's going to start at $10. I did show her way earlier, 8 Joseph Originals, little birthday month girl. Now, she is not March. All right, she's actually May. So this is my birthstone in there, which is like the little emerald style rhinestone that's in there. And she does have her sticker for May. It does say Emerald by Joseph. There on the side, she doesn't have any chips, any repairs, anything, just besides a little bit of crazing in the glaze. She's in lovely shape. She's dressed in this really pretty kind of spring green. She fit some of my green things tonight. That's why she came out. She is stamped Joseph Originals on the bottom and does have her gold and black Japan sticker on the base as well. So, of course, you know, you could display her right now if you wanted to. Nobody would have to know she's for May unless you showed that sticker. But I don't come across these as often as I used to. I used to see these all the time, and I just don't very much anymore. She is 4 inches tall and 3 3/4 inches wide at the widest part of her little dress there. But yes, if you know anybody that has a birthday in May, that is the birthstone. Not my favorite, truth be told. I've never liked my birthstone. Green is just not really a color I wear very often. I always enjoyed who's is it March? Is it March that has peridot or April? I can't remember. No, April is diamond, isn't it? I can't remember. I'm not very good with the birthstones and the months and all that. I can't remember all that stuff, but there's a lot of other ones that I liked way more than the May one. Catherine, I see you. Thank you so much. At 10, we're looking for 11 or more. I'm going to do that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 minute. Oh, August. Yeah, that could be Karen. Oh, sapphires for September. Yeah, I like sapphire too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's my birth month.
Oh, red bit end. Thank you, Karen. All right, Miss Catherine, it's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, Jason.
All right, I got one more quick claim round, Amy. I got one more quick claim round. I'm going to offer both of these as one lot, okay? So I think these are fun not only for what they are, the books. They're pretty iconic books, but they are also fun to use as risers, and they're great for your spring decor. And they would make a great gift for a youngster. They are copyrighted. I think when I checked the copyright, it was like 1920s. But this has been reprinted, and this is not the 1920s one. I think this is the 1960s version, okay? But you're going to get both of these, and this is the adventure. I thought of Amy with this one. I don't know why. The adventure of Squirrel Fluffy Tail. Squirrel Fluffy Tail. Look at the little illustration on the back. Poor little, she's crying. But the book has tons of illustrations. Look at the anthropomorphic flower there, or I don't know. What is that? Maybe that's one of the flowers that you blow. Remember? Oh, God, words are tough. You know, they come up. Dandelion.
Dandelion.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's a dandelion. But there's some color plates in here. I do believe this is the version from the 1960s, although they look identical. You know, if you get one, except the books, the way the book's manufactured is a little different for the original, but I think this is the 1960s. So there's a fun little story here about little squirrel, Fluffy Tail. And then this one I thought was great for Easter, The Adventures of Bunny Boy. So little Bunny Boy's digging a trench in his little lederhosen, or his little high ankle bloomers there that he's wearing. There is little Bunny Boy in the back. Again, if you're looking for like an antique style look in your decor, since these came out in the 1920s, it would look great in that. It's fun to read. It would be a great book, like I said, for a youngster to put in their Easter basket for them. But it has all these great whimsical color plates in here and illustrations. It's just a really, really fun. They're both fun books. And I believe there's a small series of these. So there's a few other of these novels that you can get. So the books measure about 6.5 by 5. It's just going to be $10. $10, and you're going to get both of these books. They are hardbound books. So $10, you get them both. The first person to put in the letter B as in Bunny Boy, you get both of these books for $10. I think that's a tremendous deal. $10 for both of these books. I actually had them in my reel like that. I think they would look great just from the side. So, Joanne, you're my first one. Thank you so much. They are yours.
Yep. I see Joanne first on both of my devices, and it was Kathy, Renee, and Minx. So, Joanne, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to get us both up here. So, thank you guys so very much. That concludes our sale. Now we're going to move into our recap. So, we're going to bring back items that did not sell the first time around. In case you were not here, you missed something, or you're thinking about it, now is the time. We'll bring it back one more time. These are going to be quick claim items, just like you did for that last round. So we will give a brief description again for any items, mention a price, and then tell you what to type into the chat. It's best to type in the item plus the price so that we know what you are trying to claim in case there's things that are the same price. And because of the lag, we'll give it a moment. If there's more than one person that comes in at the same time to claim the same item, it will then turn back into a bid round to break any ties. And just in case this can be in play just like a regular round, okay? So just make sure and type in the item plus the price, all right? I do not have anything to recap tonight. Thank you very much. I'll get Jason back over here. And I always forget to mention this. If you guys are watching on the replay and there's something that you want to claim, make sure and email and ask if it is still available.
All right. This was left over from my figurine choice round. The other ones were claimed, but she remains. This is Lefton and is left in Japan. Left in Japan. She is made of bisque. She's one of 3. So there would have been 2 other figurines doing different things. So they would have been sisters. This one I can lower the price on. So I'm going to offer this one a little less. If you're interested, it would be $10. Put 10 girl, which that's a tremendous deal. 10 girl. And she's probably from the late 60s into the 70s when they started to bring in the bisque more. So she'd be 10 girl if anybody's interested. After the sale, though, if you message me, she'll be back at 20. So 10 girl, if you're interested, 10 girl on her, because I could take her up to my shop for that. 10 girl, if anyone's interested. Then I had my bisque fun little hen shaker set left over from 2 rounds ago. So there is the hen or chicken, whatever you want to call it, 2 holes. And then this I really think is neat. Look at the detail on the egg cracking there. Great detail. Has their stoppers. Both have their original stoppers. And I do believe, I feel like these are made by Lefton as well. So these are $10. You can just put chicken 10. Christopher, I got you for the girl. Thank you so much. So that'd be chicken 10, and that would be my last thing. Chicken 10.
Okay. All right.
Let me write down Christopher's name here while you have that highlighted. Thank you so much, sir. Christopher Roberts. That'll ship easy with those postcards. So they are chicken 10. Chicken 10. Thank you so much, guys.
Oh, we got Elaine.
Thank you so much. I sold out too, guys. That means so much to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so very much. Thank you. And thank you everyone that has hung out with us tonight and all of our new friends joining us tonight. Thank you for being here as well. We hope you had fun. We never require you guys to bid on anything. We just like to see you guys interacting in the chat, and being here is such a support. So thank you so much. Before we move into our community share, thank you to Karen for bid ending for us as well. Week after week. Thank you, Karen. And we're going to play Happy Birthday for Karen.
All right.
Happy birthday,
Karen.
From last week. Yes. Or over the weekend, I should say. Over the weekend. Happy birthday. All right. And reminders, if you have not emailed your information to us, do make sure and do that before the end of the broadcast tonight. Make sure and email your YouTube screen name or your handle, your full shipping address, and that's the wrong side. Full shipping address and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to, or if you need to check out as a guest, make sure and email that information to us tonight. And we do not have a sale next Thursday. We have moved to Monday. Okay. We are on Monday. There we go. Monday, March 2nd. I can't believe it's March. That broadcast is already up there. So if you want to go set a reminder on that broadcast, you can go do that. It will send you a notification if the notifications work. That is the caveat with that. If they go out and work in a timely manner, but you can send a notification reminder for that if you want to, since it's a weird day of the week that we are going to be on. Jason, I'll have you talk about your things coming up, and then we'll move into our community share.
I have to redeem myself. I can't butcher it this time. So if you guys purchased from me here tonight, I will be over with the Valentinos on Instagram tomorrow night, which I want to make sure you guys are following our friend John of Everyday Holiday Displays, Brian of Mid-Century Mister, who just had a reel go viral. It's been over 300,000 views. So check him out. It went viral. And then you have Katie Vintage Treasure Girl. So the 8 p.m. Eastern over on Instagram. So if you bought here tonight, you have an open box. If you buy from me tomorrow night, I'll combine it. Those invoices will go out on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'm participating. It's courtesy of Donna, Grace and Grit, Allison of Skeleton Keys in the Closet, and I'll be on with Marcy, the Vintage Bulldog. Haven't sold with them for a long time, so it'll be us, and I have my hour slot between 5 and 6. It's a Vintage March mixer, so it'll be the best of the best vintage that we can find. So I'm putting out previews. Now, if you buy from me in that sale, and then you're going to come back Monday and hang out with me and Amy, I will be able to combine those things together for you as well. So I did it. Thank you very much, Amy. I didn't butcher it.
You got it right this time.
I'm a professional, Amy.
You got it. Second time's the charm there, Jason.
Woo,
a reminder for me, I will send invoices out tomorrow just for the sale. So you'll get an email from me when your invoice has been sent. Probably in the earlier part of the day tomorrow. I'm going to try and get everything done. But you'll see an email from me at some point. Okay. All right, before we move into our community share, which is from Miss Caroline, who's in the chat with us tonight, we can always use some more photos to work with. I'm getting very low in the queue, so if you have something you want to send us, ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. You can send us one photo. You can send us multiples. Just make sure to include a brief description to go along with your photos, if you could, so I know how to talk about them when we share. And if you want us to mention your name or not, you can send photos anonymously. That's totally fine too. But we love to see what you guys do with the vintage and antiques and how you decorate your home. It's so very fun to see something that you either find out in the wild or something you get from us, what you do with it. I love to see that stuff. And we always find new ways to display things. It's very creative. So we could always use some more. So, all right, I'm going to get this moved over here. There we go. So I have 6 photos from Caroline tonight, although I do have more. She sent quite a few. So I'm breaking it up just so that we're not here and for another half hour or so. So I just picked out 6 tonight. So I have one Thanksgiving picture, and then I have some Christmas ones. Which I always enjoy seeing from Caroline because she likes kind of the same kind of Christmas that Jason and I like, and she really likes her Russian Santas. I will just say that. Okay, so the first one I have is a little Thanksgiving display, which is her kitchen side table. And I think she was working on decorating Christmas at the same time as the Thanksgiving, and I love this. I recognize a few things in this display. Is that a turkey like blow mold?
I was gonna ask, is that lit up? Is that turkey lit
that's
up?
A turkey blow mold. Caroline, I think can confirm, but
I've never
seen a turkey like platter blow mold like nightlight. I don't know. I've never seen that.
Target.
Yeah, she said she got it at Target. See, I didn't even go to Target like before Thanksgiving, so I had no idea that even existed.
Oh my God.
And there's a pie. The pie on top of the Pyrex is a light too. Wow.
Okay.
I had no idea. They were getting really creative with the little blow molds.
Yeah.
I will say that. I know Caroline got that little nut tin for me that the turkey and the pumpkin spice is sitting on top of. So cute. I love all the things. Oh, and I recognize a little Bisdali in there too. See, I love to see different holidays and how they're displayed. Like it just gives you ideas for the next time it comes around.
That Hallmark plate I see in the back came from Mother Tuckers. She got that from us.
The little pressed paper one. Yep, I remember that too. So much fun. I love that. All right, so that is Thanksgiving. And then here's a Russian Santa.
Oh my God. I love it.
And he's made some Waldorf salad, which personal favorite of mine, or pistachio fluff, whatever you want to call it. That looks delicious. I wish I could have a spoonful of that right now. Like I can smell the pistachio and the marshmallow like through the screen. I don't know about anybody else.
I've never had it. Is it good, Amy? I've never had it.
Oh yeah. Well, have you had like the fluff salad that has like
pineapples? Yes.
It's like that, except it's pistachio instead. Like if you like pistachio ice cream,
I do.
you would like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Really, really good. And I like that Russian Santa is, he's involved. He's involved in the festivities. All right.
Good.
I have some more Christmas. Here we go.
Oh my.
I always enjoy to see what is lined up here on the stairway. Look at all those Santa or snowmen blow molds. So many different ones. Are they all different? I think they are. Every single one is different.
I feel like they are. Yeah. I think,
they are.
Oh, Caroline wouldn't have two. If she's doing, I would think that they're all different. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple in there that I don't think I recognize. I know the bottom one is Empire, the little baby one at the very bottom. But there's a couple in there that I don't even recognize. But I love that.
That's cool.
And then you can kind of see at the top of kind of the corner of the banister right here is little Mr. Pixie hanging out at the end of the banister. She said she started collecting more knee hugger elves and pixies and Scotch tape dispensers, which I enjoy that. I love those Scotch tape tins. Those are great. And then let's see, I have on the other side of the stairway, look at all those Santas.
Good. It's real good.
Oh my goodness. And there's Mr. Green Russian Santa. She has an amazing Russian Santa collection.
She does.
And look at all the little rubber faces that are down in that sleigh.
So good.
I love it. I love it. And it is a mixture. I would say that is a good mixture of new and vintage stuff. That Santa cutout, though. Is he wood, Caroline?
I think that's metal. I think the company's Cracker. There's a company that does reproduction. It's Cracker Jack or something. Caroline, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Cracker Jack, and they come out with a limited series for each holiday each year, and they reproduce from an old.
Oh, he's very cool. That's from Weathered White Barn, is what she says. That's very cool. I like him.
There's another company out there. I think it's called Cracker Jack that does reproduction larger signs.
Here is a close-up of some of the little rubber face and toy Santas that are down in there. Oh, I mean, William would be proud. There's one still in its original packaging.
Oh my gosh.
Still in the topper for $2.99, $2.89. I think that's what that says. Very cool. Love all those guys. And then the last one I have is a little shelf on the wall. I may have shown this before Christmas before, but maybe it was different. I think maybe there was some different stuff in it. I could be wrong. I know she has shared the shelf with us before with other things in it, but I love all the different little Santa faces and the shakers, everything peeking out. And that sign on the top is also very cool. I know that's a metal one too.
Fantastic. That glow of that green light looks so good.
Those little fairy lights, we talk about those all the time, how you could just shove them in places and add some light where you didn't know where you needed some. All right. I'm going to go back through the photos one more time. There is the little Caroline, is that you and your husband like in little pixie suits?
I think it is. I think it is.
Funny. We got to meet them at the Midwest Holiday Show in November. That was so much fun. I can't believe that like May is going to be here really soon for the next one.
I know.
I cannot wait. So there's all the happy Santas again. I do have more photos that Caroline sent in for some upcoming shows as well, but I just picked out these for tonight.
Good.
For a short little share. And I love that Russian Santa. Now I want some pistachio fluff.
I'm going to get me one of them Santas someday. One of those.
You can find it in the deli, like pre-made, but like the homemade stuff is the jam. Yeah.
All right.
And there is Thanksgiving. Well, all right. Thank you so much, Caroline, for always sending us in some photos. They're always so fun to see. You are very creative with your displays and decorating. Always love to see that, and gives us new ideas for the next time that holiday comes around. All right, you guys, we're going to say good night. Thank you all again so very much for hanging out with us tonight. And we will see you back here on a Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern for fantastic finds. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everyone, and a good weekend. And we'll see you next week.
All right. You got it.
guys.
Bye, guys.